Welcome back. It's actually been over a month since we've
Yeah,
last played D&D. I
scheduling
think
has been rough.
all of us, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Wedding, childbirth, travel,
Funeral, yeah,
funeral.
yeah. All right. So, in this one, I will do the last time on Icewind Dale, just because I feel like it's probably good for me to remind you guys where we were last. So at the beginning of last session, we came back to the party, kind of around the toppled corpse of the iron golem, missing its head, that you had managed to conquer in its kind of berserk rage through a old, now long destroyed market. Um, Mace and Chance sort of sporting. There we go. Their new cloaks that they totally got along with everyone else at the same time in the past. And from there, the party decided to head their way over to what you have also lovingly dubbed Pit Bowl. Let me actually put you back on that map. Probably makes the most sense. Or at least bowl, I believe, because it is a pit. At this gigantic hole in the ground, the party found that there was a plaque that basically said, here rests the oh dear, I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but it is quite a name.
Oh, it was that horrible thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can pull that up because I should have had it up, honestly.
The second
Let's.
Eldritch abomination we've come across in this campaign.
Yeah, yeah. Well, happens in this campaign
I
apparently.
guess I guess we if we count the mind flayers, it's the third Eldritch
Yeah,
abomination we've come
yes.
across in this
Ah,
game.
but I feel like mind flayers are so commonplace nowadays
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you
I,
can't
I'm with
really.
Claw. They're very specifically their own thing as well. But it is the telepathic pentacle that rests there, and if you are to meditate, potentially commune with it, you can gain a psychic vision. Um, Professor Scant was, of course, interested, so Kara rested her arm on a bench and figured, while he's resting, meditating, I might as well do the same. So she tried to meditate as well, and so did Pleuzac on the other side of the pit. Mace, I believe you just decided to kind of stand guard, while
Yeah.
Leif watched everyone kind of take up their places and then decided to introduce his Echo avatar to base jumping without a parachute. Um, so he fell to the bottom of the pit, and with his 60 feet of dark vision, he saw a monstrosity and basically started to warn the party after his echo splooted into the ground and disappeared, um, that there was this horrifying monster down there. You guys basically, I think, for the most part, decided to leave it alone, except for Pleuzac, who had relative success on his first communing with it. So he decided to try again, having his zombified Valine Harpel's corpse kind of stand between him and any party members, Kara, who tried to kind of come close while he was meditating. And he eventually did learn it. He did try and commute again. I think you failed the second time, is that right? Or did you succeed? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think I succeeded both
Yeah, okay.
times. Yeah, because I got two things.
Okay, and then basically felt that whatever was in the pit is potentially stirring due to having done that second time, or at least having communed multiple times. So you decided to call the quits there, and the party basically said, "Let's move along." You headed towards this forest that is, kind of right next door. No, sorry, you headed to Tower Finger first. I don't know what I'm saying. Where Kara decided to fly up to the top of this tower that had this giant illusory eye at the top of it, and kind of peer in. And she found inside what looked to be some sort of like a crystal ball filled with eyes that all kind of turned to look at her as she tried to reach Professor Scant in to let him read anything he saw in the room. However, in doing so, she kind of blocked the light from the hole in the roof that she was looking through, and he was really not able to see much. So she reconvened with the party, and Leif was once again the one to step forward and basically said, "I'll go up and check. I don't mind." So he went up the stairs. Nothing too terrible happened. Kara looked back in through the hole in the wall to cover him just in case, and eventually handed him Professor Scant so Professor Scant could read whatever was on the uh, crystal ball. I keep wanting to say fishbowl, but it's not open like that. Which eventually kind of let you guys know it would kind of give you the location of something. Leif was like, fuck it, why not? I'll give it a try, seems safe enough, and put a hand on the crystal ball, asked it, where is Ravnus? And it basically showed him a vision of a portal and told him beyond this realm. And he said, okay, cool, it works. And then felt a searing pain in his right eye that he managed to kind of muscle his way through. He went down to the party, told them this had occurred, and the information he had gained. And Pleuzac said, hey buddy, come here, and stretched his eye open and said, you know, if your retinas look like they were attempted to be detached, just a warning. And Leif said, cool, I'll do it again. Fuck it. As you guys decided through Pleuzac and Kara's kind of recognition, this could teach you the location of the scroll of Tarask that you are so fervently searching for. So, Kara, I think, then kind of said,
I did the second attempt.
I will do it, because we have at least experienced some way for Kara to regenerate body parts in the past. So you touched it with your finger through the hole and asked where the scroll of Tarask is, and you received a vision. This vision was of essentially a library, and I will read it again just so that we have...
written down.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm still just going to read it again just to be accurate. I have it here somewhere. There we go. Where are you? So it's a large chamber. An upper level is kind of where the image is from, and there's tables covered with wizardly paraphernalia. A soft groaning sound. Actually, sorry, I skipped that because you wouldn't be there to hear it. Staircases kind of descend east and west down to the lower part of the room, where a sunken library is situated in a 20-foot wide, 10-foot deep circular pit. The ladder was running along a circular track inside said hole, which allowed easy access to the many books and scrolls along its shelves. So Kara and Pleuzac realized, yes, library, okay, interesting. Kara also managed to avoid losing an eye, thankfully, and she flew herself back down, and with that knowledge, the party decided to continue along to the forest, hoping to find something to make them the nether oak wand. Is that correct? Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys wandered the forest for a bit and found yourselves face to face with a gigantic oak tree. And as you went to approach, this oak tree actually said something to you all. And basically, after some conversation that I'm sure none of you want to go into, since two of you felt like the oak tree was an asshole, and the last one kind of picked up on it and realized the oak tree was in for some childish, nefarious deeds. Basically, you managed to have Pleuzac given a branch from this nether oak to make a wand out of. With this success, you once again continued forward to the castle-like structure that we now find ourselves in. This castle, you quickly realized upon entering, was, in fact, a library. And in this library, the first creature that you ran into was a mummy. And not just any mummy, but one wearing an oddly familiar black robe and golden mask. You realized it was the mummy that had been freed by your party back in the icy caves from the spot in the wall where it was trapped, still alive. Well, technically unalive, right? I think Pleuzac would know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
So it had wandered its way off to the city, and now you had managed to find out where it had wandered its way to. And then were also kind of, or at least Mace very quickly was accosted by this jackal-looking bipedal anthropomorphic creature, humanoid, as it demanded that you all start helping look for some sort of book. I believe it told you the name of the book, right? I think all of you heard it multiple times.
Manuscript? No, manuscript? Was it?
Yeah, I'm going to look them up
Book
again.
of Keeping.
Yes, Books of Keeping. There it is. So the Books of Keeping, or what it said it would be called, you basically asked, well, what does it look like? And at some point it did tell you it changes. It's no set form, but Books of Keeping are always what it's called. So get searching, assholes. And you guys were like, oh, you're the real asshole. So after some time and debating with this thing, you all started to pretend to help search. As the penguin companion of this fox creature had gotten a leathery note with just the word help written on it to Leif, who I think had contacted it mentally afterwards and started asking it questions about how, what's going on and how can you help. And you all realized it was basically enslaved by this jackal-headed creature. So you said, fuck it. Why not? Let's help the thing. And it got startled by, I think, Pleuzac approaching it. Someone approaching it. It kind of warped away from you guys. And then Kara let herself be used as a bridge so that Mace and Leif could get up to it. You guys started to strike in on it. And managed to get it relatively well hurt. But it still managed to, at that point, warp away from you one more time, doing a whole bunch of magic damage itself, with quite a litany of spells. Clearly a advanced and quite skilled spellcaster. It kind of managed another good round against you guys, turning invisible eventually. But after kind of another thrashing from the party, the thing kind of jumped down to its penguin companion and disappeared through a dimension door. You guys took a second of debating, do we go after it or not? However, Kara was smart enough in that time to take and activate one of her ranger senses, which allowed her to sense where the other end of the portal popped up, and also her hunter's mark on it managed to allow her kind of a general sense of how to head that direction. So you guys can kind of come back in on that note. I believe the party generally had decided to go after the penguin because not only to help the penguin, but there is a potential, still, of course, that this library may contain the scroll that you were looking for. So,
as a side note, because I know that I think Pleuzac did a search for it, the Books of Keeping do not exist in this library.
Yes,
You did
I remember
you
that.
did a search for item
like
spell.
lore.
Yes. Did use locate object. It's didn't find book.
okay.
And then we started the fight.
Yes,
Because then
that
I had
is-
party it fights jackal.
that is true.
And then
That
I
is
put
true.
powerful.
Yes, that is true. You asked for the book, and it came back with the book right after the fight, basically, once things had settled. So Kara also does contain some sort of book from the mummy, yes.
And I asked for a book about the rituals here.
Yes, yeah, that was what I was saying. It brought that back to you right at the end of the last session as well. That is true. So you guys haven't really been able to study that. So, I would preface with the book, much like the plays that Leif had found, those took like an hour to read through and study. It would probably take like an hour to learn what you can from that book. You can, of course, choose to do that now, but you can also just tuck it into a bag and do so later. It's ultimately your choice. Kara, I'm not sure you could read it with how tiny it is. I guess maybe if you hold it up to your eyes really close, but...
No, it was more along the lines of me looking for the information. I would certainly pass the book along to someone that A, could read the language, and B, could actually hold and read the book.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Yeah. I'll let you do that at your leisure, but I think the first and foremost question I want to ask the party is, how do you guys wish to proceed?
Time is of the essence, and I know where they started point is going to deteriorate over time. So I say rapid pursuit.
Okay. Kara's on rapid.
Wait, we are going after him?
I believe
Well,
that
we
was
need-
decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to explore the library because the Scroll of Tarask is potentially here too.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. Damn,
Well, yeah,
okay.
it was those two things. And also, Mace, you actually had kind of a question for Kara more on the front of like, well, you said we should help this thing. So
Yeah, no, I
that was the
remember
other
that
reason I
was
think you
before
guys were
we
also going
fought
after the penguin.
Scrivenscry, because I was like, well,
Yeah.
I could really
Oh
get
no,
involved.
sorry.
But...
Even at the end again, you asked. That was kind of the clarification point for you guys at a point as well. It's like, should we still go help it? And I think Kara's point was if it's possible, like if it's still there. So
Yeah.
you're going after both the penguin and the Tarrasque, in my understanding, right? I guess that was
Yeah,
clarification.
okay,
I wasn't
gotcha.
sure of. So, um, Kara, are you just taking lead? Are you guys like how? Yeah, how do you proceed again? Yeah. Here, let
Can
me
I
do
fit?
this.
I fit through the corridor easily enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm going to say that all these doors in here are 10 feet wide. There may be parts in this coming up where you kind of struggle.
Crawl.
Might have to, yeah, or even just kind of squeeze through sideways and things. Um,
How does that work? If she crawls, is she still prone?
she would be prone, yeah.
Yep.
That's
Um,
quite fun.
yeah. So, but in terms of what you know, the portal was summoned somewhere to your northeast, and again, tracking-wise, you would believe, since you have advantage on tracking, I'll just say it's, you could head through the north or the east door on this map. Again, you can squeeze through any door on this. I know some of them are 5 foot, but you would believe, you just have a general sense that either of those directions, as long as you start heading either east or north afterwards, you'd probably be able to find the right way.
Unless anyone else has any other stuff they would prefer to say or do, I would just take point and start going forward.
All right, the mummy will just start shuffling back over towards its shelves then, if you seem uninterested in anything past the book.
Yeah, I think I'll just follow right along.
Currently just the book. So, and I'm assuming that's the entrance here.
Yes.
So the mummy's there?
The mummy's still here. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Can we ask it where the scroll is?
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
I think it would, let me go to its languages, but I'm pretty sure it's just you and Leif that communicate with it. You can speak Elvish to it because it can speak Lothran back, and Leif can speak to it with telekinesis. Or, sorry, telepathy, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would ask where the scroll Tarrasque would be, or
okay, where does Pleuzac's voice
powerful
emanate from?
scrolls.
Is it to the right of the thing? Is it under Kara? Where's Pleuzac's voice? I'm curious where you are.
I'll be right next to him.
Okay. Like right here?
Sure. I'm not down there, so.
I see, gotcha. So, Pleuzac walks up, and not that any of you see it, and Kara, you just hear his voice from the other side of the mummy. So you would ask where the Scroll of Tarrasque is?
Yes. Where would the scroll of Tarrasque be located in the library?
It would kind of shake its head, no, and it would point off to the east of the library.
Oh, so it's probably like one of the buildings to the east?
Should be a different building. The mummy's not pointing like up and over, just like straight over.
More just, I don't know that it could, or at least you would not believe that it necessarily could by the decay of its body. It's more just kind of lifting its arm as much as it can towards the east direction. You'd say maybe no higher than its shoulder.
Okay. I would ask if there's any scrolls, spell scrolls in this library.
He would nod. And he would point towards the kind of east, slightly changing more towards the north direction. Almost similar to the direction Kara is pointing, if not the same. Or at least the one she directed you all, where the portal was.
Okay. So I would let the group know that potentially scrolls or things of that nature would be in that direction. And that the one specifically asked about the scroll of Tarrasque, it was to the east. Possibly in a different building.
Okay. Well, do we operate on the assumption that it's one of the scrolls mixed in, or are we going to take him at his word and say it's not here?
I see no reason to believe that it's lying to us. I mean, we cannot let it free, and it hasn't really intervened as far as it's been here.
If there are scrolls here, we can still use them against Oral, so I say we continue.
Yeah, I imagine that
Knowledge is
fuzzy
power.
guy must have at least collected some useful stuff.
Let me have this thing do a roll quick. Hold on a second. I think it's friendly enough towards you guys. I want to see something. That's more than a 10. So Pleuzac, it will tap you on the shell and regret
Okay.
that as it finds poop on its hand. And it's going to ask, you know, are you seeking powerful things, books, scrolls?
Yes.
Okay. It will start to shuffle off to the north. I can only go 5, 10, 15,
We're gonna go to the forbidden section.
Well, I guess it can't see your shell.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I guess it would mumble at you. It just tries to get the attention of the one it was talking to, I guess.
As he starts like walking away, right? I would just say, like, you'll find us.
He turns and, like, waves his hand.
Owen did poopy.
Good. Intestines are working too, buddy. Look at that. Still nothing.
Yeah. Shoe has not dropped.
Well, unless the shoe was poop.
Poop. Cleaning it up. Yeah. Okay. So then let's go find this dude. F him up.
Who said that?
I
Mace
think
doesn't
you know my
recognize
voice by
Pleuzac's
now,
voice,
Mace.
yeah.
Well, it's usually a lot slower.
Well, he's
That's true.
dealing with more poop for his shell right now, okay?
No, it's okay.
That's very true. If it was Pleuzac, I'd just leave it on me.
Listen, Pluzak is always comfortable with poop.
He looks for it.
Exactly.
I do.
He thrives in it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sorry,
I would
so
just,
He was
go-
I
born
would
in it,
tell,
yeah.
I would tell the party, yeah, I went invisible to stop the guy from going outside, thinking he had an exit. And I think that worked
I would agree.
because he didn't leave.
It is true.
You know?
Goal achieved. Of anyone in the fight, Pluzak's goal was the most achieved. Oh god.
So, unless people are following the mummy more directly, I'm going to be first one down the hall.
Okay. So it's always going to be shambling about 20 feet. So let me put him with you on the new map, and then let me set up the map quickly. So you guys will be here. You would be reveal. Since I know most of you have decent dark vision, we'll just unveil all that. You will find a door on the south of this map. Let me put the mummy down.
Where are we about? Down
South,
at the bottom?
south side, yeah. The mummy's there for you.
Oh.
So, as the mummy kind of leads you forward, so Kara, this you would be finding is an area where, due to the kind of narrow nature of the bookshelves and the more kind of lower hanging roofs, even the ceiling here is maybe like 15 feet at most. It's still going to cause you, discomfort to stand up straight. So moving is probably best done crawling. You think you could sit upright enough to not be prone if a fight breaks out.
Alright,
In terms
so
of
at that
Mace,
point,
I'm
I
gonna
would
put
usher the
you
party to go
here,
before me
if you
because I
look,
got to
there's
move at hat speed.
Yeah, that's fine. If you look, there is kind of an entryway on the south there. Pleuzac, if you want to put yourself down, or actually, are you still upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay,
So you
gotcha.
put me down
So Pleuzac,
last.
I'll have you kind of hang behind me. Or actually, you'd still be invisible.
Yes. Well,
Yeah, we're going to stay in initiative for now.
okay.
So I have you guys kind of one turn pass at this point. Pleuzac would be
Okay.
invisible. Leif will go down next to Mace as well. Oh, either side. It doesn't matter.
No, it's fine.
All right, so um, at this point, you would all kind of enter this clearly, like I said, smaller section of the library. The ceiling is much lower. These bookshelves do extend mostly all the way to the ceiling. So, Kara, even if you try and like peek above them, you can kind of see how far out the room might go. But of course, your dark vision ends at around 60 feet. You can see the pockets of light from some sort of, magical torches, magical lanterns, something like that still going in the room. But most of the books have been thrown from their bookshelves, and everything is completely in disarray.
Do I have a sense from where that portal opened in this
Yes,
area,
you would
or
believe it is still somewhat to the northeast. It's for
so
the
somewhere this way?
yeah. You would actually be able to see there is no necessary exit, in that general area because, like I said, the shelves probably have a couple inches of gap to the ceiling, so you don't necessarily see a break in the wall there where the light is good enough for you to see that far out, but you would still sense roughly up that direction. The mummy, however, would start sauntering off to the left, 10, 20. And I would warn you all that as you enter this room, there is just a loud kind of scratching that emanates kind of softly, but it's got a cacophony to it. There's enough of it occurring all across the room for it to be loud enough for you guys to be picking up, but not necessarily able to distinguish where any particular one comes from. And it seems like the mummy is going in a way that from where you're currently standing, there is less scratching towards this light in particular. So just be, wary of that. Do with it what you will. And at this point, I will ask, you guys can kind of move freely in the sense of who wants to move, if you want to move as a group. But I will tell you that there's going to be, I want you to stay within movement speed, and there is kind of going to be a counting turn in the background. But for the most part, it's relatively free. I'm just trying to see how much time passes till you get to where you want to go, if that makes sense.
Because I am crawling, I'm only going to be moving at half speed.
Yeah, the mummy only goes 20 feet anyway per turn, so if you guys want to follow it for any reason, you're moving the same speed as it, I think, Kara, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, I think I'll probably move along with the mummy as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay with the group. I got my hands full right now.
Yeah, perfect. I can absolutely keep doing that for you, Fred. Just let me know.
Yep.
So, Fred, I'm going to mark you with something for invisible. Let me see what works. What will I remember that it means that?
Do you remember how many rounds the fight was?
Yes, it was at 6 at the end of the last fight. You used that, I think, on round 1, right? For the most part?
Round 2. Yeah.
Round 2? Yeah, it was very early. Okay, so round 2. So you still have till round 12, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Is it only a minute? For some reason I'm thinking 10.
I think it's a minute. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, that's fine, one way or another.
I'm going to bury Leif if I move.
Stop looking. You're gonna bury Leif, is that what you said?
Well, because if I put my... Oh, I guess I'm at the bottom of the stack now. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I usually try and keep you at the bottom of the stack. Let me do this quick for 1 second and clear up some of the darkness. Yeah. So at least these bookshelves can be cleared, and we'll just clear up to there too. So Mace, Pleuzac.
Yes.
Pleuzac, I can do the roll if you need. Trying to get over to pull your character sheet up. Well, actually, I can do it in roll 20, can't I? I just need from you guys, if you're going to be leading the pack, are you moving slow? Are you being perceptive? Are you investigating the shelves? What's the general attitude? How you guys approaching this?
So, I'm looking for two things.
Mhm.
One, the jackal, right? Two, books of keeping. Although I guess we know it's not here, so maybe not books of keeping.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. You did ask. And find out.
Anything that might be unique in this building.
All right, so I'm just going to do a. So are you actually searching the shelves, or you're just kind of scanning with your eyes?
I'm gonna be running my hands over some of the shelves, walking back and forth to
Okay. Okay.
each side because the zombie moves slow, right? So I can move
Yeah.
at regular speed and go back and forth. And
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a perception check from you, and we're also going to do an investigation check from you, and I'm going to take the higher. So an 18 on perception is what we'll use for you searching the shelves. Mace, how about you? How are you kind of approaching as you walk through?
Honestly, my main concern here is whatever is doing that scratching noise. So,
Okay.
you know, I understand that the jackal's here. I don't know if it might have already just sort of weaseled out or trying to ambush, but whatever the case may be, there is something else here with us. So I'm just going to keep an eye out to like how close this like the sounds are, if there are any like strange movements or things that I notice in case we get ambushed.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So then do me a perception roll as well,
Okay.
and we'll
You.
see. Oof. Okay. So you just hear the scratching from kind of all around you. You still are very aware of these things being in the area. Um, you don't necessarily hear any particular ones close to you, but then again, with how it's kind of scratching from everywhere, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just too much, you know, going on for you
So
to
this
tell anything
scratching is
directly.
like nails against board, like
Yeah,
wooden boards, or
yeah, or even like maybe legs, like spider legs. You think of anything that's skittering, crawling,
yikes.
little kind of
right? Yeah, okay.
taps against the floor, that sort of a thing. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so Pleuzac, for you, with an 18 perception, as you're searching the shelves, at least so far, you would notice that most of these books seem to be pretty mundane. However, judging from how the mummy is moving, because you're still paying attention to it, it seems to be moving with purpose, and it did tell you something about powerful books, scrolls, right? So you do think that there could be something here still, just by the nature of that, but nothing on these shelves currently takes your attention. Um,
Okay.
the mummy will move another 5 on mace, 10, 15, 20 up this way. And you will see that it kind of avoids as you pass. I'm assuming you guys kind of roughly follow its direction. Um, that it kind of passes this gigantic pile of books that I will mostly uncover. You'll see it pretty well from this side. And I know people with dark vision would probably be able to see, across the rooms and things a little bit more. So tell me if there's something that you want to try and look down, and I'll unveil that before you walk it. But yeah, there's just this kind of giant pile of books. It blocks a lot of your vision to the other side. To be fair, but it's a mess, utter mess. Um, I should say books and scrolls and papers, things all strewn about, right? So you guys would definitely see that as
As
you
I'm
pass.
struggling along, I want to look for anything as in addition to Scrivenscry, I want to look for anything that looks like the entrance I saw in that vision.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. So how about
'Cause
this?
I
You
have
guys
a
move
pretty distinct
another.
idea of what it looks like, so I would be looking for like the same physical landmarks, and if there's a staircase east and
Absolutely,
west somewhere.
yeah. Or if a table we recognize anything, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Um, do me a perception check, Kara, just like everyone else. We'll see how well you're keeping an eye out for that. And do me movement again for this quote unquote round.
A 15.
Yeah,
As
so
I grab
you're
my.
keeping a good eye out. You're scanning. None of this wood particularly looks like the floor that vision was of. So you think probably unlikely to be here, but you're still keeping an eye out just in case there may be some change. But yeah, so go ahead and do that movement.
As we pass each aisle or corridor,
Yeah.
I would just try to give a peek down to not necessarily look for anything in particular other than like where the end of that aisle is. If there's a wall,
Yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
like
So
getting a sense of the room.
yeah, so Pluzak, as you go down this left aisle, you would kind of hear a lot more skittering still, and um, you would kind of see that the wall is. How do I want to do this? I think it'd be like this makes the most sense. So from this edge, the wall is down over here. It gives you kind of a good sight of the hall. It is lined with bookshelves, but you kind of can't make out the details along the books and among the shelves and the mess in the floor and all that. And so let me get this wall open for you. Sorry. So you know it goes about that far down that one.
Mhm.
And as you pass other ones or get close to other ones, I'll open it up for you. Leif is
And
just going to stick
Pleuzac would.
close to you guys. So I guess Mace and Pleuzac, you go ahead and move for this turn. Pleuzac, I'll keep you close to the Mace and Leif
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And I would say out to the group. Do you think that tapping is rats, Netherese rats? I mean, this place is in shambles. It looks like he's gone through every book here.
I don't think we've seen any rodents in this entire area,
Okay.
but I wouldn't put it apart from being another artificial life, or what are those things called?
anyone
One of
else?
those
things?
servants.
If anyone wants to, they can roll either an Arcana or a History check to see if you remember what those things are called. Do you want me to roll something for you, Pleuzac?
If I had two hands, I could look at my notes and tell you.
Yeah. Do you want me to do a roll for you
Because
instead?
that's what what's her face turned into,
Oh, you're
or was
thinking of
going to turn
those?
into. Feline?
No, I don't mean that. I think Chris is talking about the blue people.
I am talking about the blue people.
Oh,
You want me to roll for
I
you?
know they're like demi-magos or something, but I'm saying it as Kara, like I don't
No, I
remember
know.
what
I
the fuck
want to
they're
see. I'm offering the characters a chance to do the roll if they want for it. Oh, Pluzak is back.
nice
Yeah.
burp.
So
Nice
Pluzak
burp.
would at least remember that they are all called Magos or Magos, but they have different kind of precepts to them that define what each individual one are.
Mhm.
All right. So Mace, are you moving with Leif still, or are you gonna hang back?
Yeah, so for the most part, I'd like to keep the group or as many members of the group within just not only my aura but my general vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
Because since Chance ate the fucking rapier warning,
Yeah, you guys
then
can't be
even
surprised
if we
they're
get
within you.
ambushed,
Yep.
it should be all right.
That's smart.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So it's a good position for you to be in. Pluzak, I'm just going to move you up, kind of like next to them here.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Sounds good.
Trying to take some burden off you. Okay, so as you guys continue, I cycled. Yes, I did. So the mummy, 5, 10, 15, 20. Pluzak, you of course are going to look down the left aisle quick, which I will reveal for you the same way as last time. Down to here. Oh, down to here actually. And then
Would I be able to
back.
bypass this pile here, or kind of push my way through it?
No, especially with how you're crawling. It is. You would actually believe it's almost all of the books and scrolls of that area, like packed into
Okay.
a giant pile from that area. I think Pluzak's, concept of him, the Scrivenscry, having thrown stuff out of the shelves is actually, once you see it, you're like,
Accurate.
oh, that's why he said it. Like initially, you were like, no, it was probably the crash of the city, throw stuff around. No, that fucker is made. So let's continue up here, where I think I'll go to the ends of the bookshelves. Makes sense for you guys to be able to see as the mummy continues, kind of sauntering up to where it currently is. So yeah, wherever you guys want to go to next. Again, Leif will kind of keep leading the mummy. He'll just keep letting it move past him, but shuffling with it. Pluzak, stay kind of in their group.
Yep.
Okay, Kara, Mace. Okay.
Rolled over onto her side and is like side crawling through here now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you guys then would have it 5, 10, 15, 20. Let me just clean up across. And actually, I think I can go down to here. Cool. So, yeah, it keeps going. Leaf keeps going. Mace keeps going. Pluzak keeps going. Kara keeps going. I will show you out to. Things are moving. Things are moving. This goes here. Okay. You guys will get to see out to. Nope. Here, here. Why is it not? There it goes. You can kind of see out to this back wall as you round the corner. And then he starts to move 5, 10, 15, 20.
Just press the back button on my mouse.
Nice.
Okay.
20
At
seconds.
least it's a smaller map so that it loads quicker.
Yeah. Leif will continue to lead
So
him.
throughout this little sojourn, do we like are the scratching noises varying in any way?
So, in terms of your current perception roll, no. But if you want to do another one, because the turn's
Fair.
passed,
Yeah, sure.
making use some of that action economy.
No, absolutely, that makes sense.
Uh,
That's better.
okay. So with a 13, you would be able to tell a little better, especially as you're rounding the corner, that there's a lot of scratching coming from this direction, and that is the closest source of scratching to where you currently are, is that way.
And nothing like around here, right?
Nope, nothing around there. Yeah,
Can
and
I-
from where you were when you did that roll, you were like here, Mace, or here?
Yeah, somewhere around
All
there.
right, so if we started the turn here with that roll, you would have pretty much heard of a very similar, maybe not not totally equivalent, but you would have heard a similar scratching coming from down in this way as to up here, but it's definitely louder up here, and of course as you get closer, it gets a little louder and a little more defined, but
Okay.
it's still kind of a cacophony from that area. Yeah.
Yeah, at first I thought that it might have had something to do with the lamps, but I guess not.
Can I
Anyway,
do a
yeah,
per-
we just follow.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can hear the cart moving anywhere? Because I know it
Of
was still
course.
attached
Go ahead, do
to.
another perception check, man. Well, unless you
Because
want
I
to
was
use the
still
15.
attached.
I mean, we also didn't ask the mummy if there's something else up here making the scratching noise. Like that would have
Do
been
you-
I
are
mean,
we
it-
alone?
Again, Pleuzac, we're in the middle of a turn. Do you want to ask it in Elvish?
Let's
Good
see
roll,
what
Chris.
happens with Kara first.
So Carol rolls the same perception, so no improvement, but you would believe that the only thing, because it is still very silent in this library, short the scratching, which as much as it is audible, it's again it's not super loud actually. It's just that it's enough altogether for it to be heard pretty clearly throughout the room.
It's like rats in the walls.
Yeah, sort of. You definitely can hear it. However, there is no sound of any sort of wheels or squeaky cart, not at least familiar to you.
I
In
think
that
with
sense.
this creature being like screaming its name and like harassing everything, that it would be like whipping its servant and be like, "You fucked this up," and we could hear that in the distance.
Hey, very possibly, right? So that might be something to say to the group. I don't know. It's your call. But currently, that is what you hear. Yeah.
Alright, that was me.
Alrighty. So I guess everyone's good. Just another round of movement.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say to the mummy, what is that altar-looking contraption there to the south of us?
Yes. So he will say to you, "That is strong, defensive tome." He points at it actually, and you can kind of tell by the way he's still leaning that direction, moving that way, and especially since it is the turn to move again. 5, 10, 15. It would go stand next to it and kind of turn back to you and gesture for you to come and look at it.
Yeah, I would definitely take a peek
Okay.
and
so
tell the party what
5, 10.
what he said.
So Pleuzac, you can reach it with 30 feet of movement. Does the party want to stay where you are, move a little closer? You guys, Kara, again, you only have 20, of course.
I know, I have it marked.
I'm just saying. Oh, so you're going over that way, Kara? Okay.
Yes.
You can move. You can move. The mummy moved. You guys can do your movement for this turn.
I wait until you sack.
Yeah. No, you're clear. So Leif, I think, would go with Pleuzac just to cover Pleuzac. He'll stand like here and kind of watch out. How about you, Mace? Which way do you think you want to go?
Well, I think. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave that whole scratching business alone for now.
Cool.
I'm just gonna be
Awesome. Fantastic. Pleuzac, you can take a look at the book as an action this turn?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So do me a favor. Can you roll a die right now?
Yeah. What die?
Roll me a d100. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Actually, there's only one thing the book's going to do. It's like it said as you read. Yeah, could you imagine a whole D100 roll?
Cursed.
Wild magic. No.
Awesome.
So
Oh no.
as you are looking at the
It
tome,
cures you of your insanity.
you again, because you actually can speak Elvish, you have some general sense of like what this tome is. And as you read on the cover, it simply says, yeah, Carol, I'll do something with you in a second for that. It says prismatic wall, and you open the cover of the tome, and you actually recognize that the page you've opened to is not inherently just that spell. It is a sigil of some sort. And very suddenly, Mace, Leif, the Mummy, and Pleuzac, you are all enveloped in a rainbow-looking barrier, about 30
Great.
feet in diameter. Um, yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I will tell you, Pleuzac, by the way, as you look at this sigil, you believe that with the knowledge you have, if you were to take this book and spend time studying it, you could probably design an array to do this to replicate this effect.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say you guys didn't see me touch it.
And that is legitimately true. For everyone else there, the book just opened.
It was the Mummy. As I slowly back away from the book to try to make my voice come from a different.
Yeah, so Pluzac's
Direction.
voice now comes from over this direction. No, actually, you
Well,
wouldn't
I
have
mean,
had movement for that turn. So
we
it'd be
wouldn't
one
have been
more-
able
one more
to see
later.
you touch it in
that's
the
right.
first place.
But that would have been funny. Yeah, that is exactly correct. Yeah. Kara, what did you do on
Okay.
that turn while Pluzak was reading this and this dome of rainbow light showed up?
I mean, just once she's done crawling, she'd stop and just listen for sound. Just
Okay, so
trying to
what is the
basically
light? Is that just
echolocate.
your dark vision?
That's dark vision. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
figured it'd be useful to have that on here.
Yeah, that's fine. I think unless you light anything up, you would definitely know if anything comes within the zone around you, especially with your 10 feet of blind sight.
And actually,
And you
turn
hear
that
the
on.
skittering very much so from up here and over here, very equivalently. So you know that things are around you. Actually, hold on though. I need to check something. I think this throws off light. I might need to unveil stuff for you.
Oh, that's what I was just gonna ask. I was
Yeah.
gonna ask if. I mean, it's a rainbow, right?
Yes, it sheds bright light, yes, and dim light for another. Cool. So this would create enough light, I think, to fill the room enough. For Kara, I'm just going to reveal pretty much everything. Give me 1 second. And you will be able to tell from your location. I think everyone within the dome would have trouble seeing this, but Kara, you would at least be able to see all of these running around you as this dome sheds 100 feet of bright light and then another dim light for 200, another 100 on that.
Oh,
As I see one of the hands scurry by. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you would notice not only is it scurrying by, it's dragging books and scrolls and trying to put them back in the shelves.
Oh, it's the crawling hand.
Did I have you guys fooled?
You did.
So
You did.
You know what's hilarious is I put
Maze.
crawl
your gift.
in I put the crawl and crawl in my one shot that I made for beginners.
Yeah.
Because it's a low level creature, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if it's that, right? Because we already saw some of them, and this might be them here again.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed what it is. So yes, fantastic job though, both triggering the trap and not necessarily, figuring that out. I enjoyed the tension that I felt like the party was under. However, you do have to deal with this now. We are still in turn count, so you guys have a couple options. You can try and figure out what's going on here and how to handle it, or you can try and wait it out.
Yeah, can I close the book to see if
Yeah, so when you
it
close the book,
disappears?
the magic would not disappear at this point as it has been activated.
and you grab the book?
He can take it, yeah. Like I said, he thinks, at least Pleuzac thinks, I don't know if Mace
Yeah.
would have looked close enough, but Pleuzac thinks that with his knowledge of magic and arrays both, he could probably reproduce this. Pleuzac, actually, do me a quick favor, though. Do me an Arcana roll. You can do this with advantage as well, because you can see the spell having activated. Just want to see how detailed you figured this out.
Very.
Yes, very. So, Jesus Christ, dude. How'd you get a 28? That's nuts. Oh, because Mace. That's right. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, so with this, you look around at the spell and you look at the kind of the way that the book has essentially tears and nicks at the page's edge, deteriorated with time. And you kind of imagine this spell might not have activated 100% properly. You think that it is doing its job, but its job generally includes having some form of notation from the spellcaster of who is good and who is bad. So you're not 100% sure if it's going to help you inherently currently. You could fix that, you think, with your arrays. And with the 28, I'll tell you, you've already used your action to open the book this turn, but if you want to continue to study the book with that 28 next turn, I'd let you at least start figuring out what these kind of rings are. Or actually, it would probably be another roll, but I think that with your Arcana skill, it wouldn't matter too much. So maybe you'd get some insight from that, or you guys can just start testing, see what happens. But you would at least be aware that there's probably a dangerous nature to this, for at least your party currently.
Would he know just how strong and complex this spell is?
Yes, but the reason I chose this is I believe that your group has stuff to manage it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious about whether we as characters will be aware of the gravity of the
I think
situation.
Pleuzac would, he's reading the book currently, so he's definitely aware of how powerful this spell is. Yes.
So Pleuzac would say, that the spell seems to be incomplete in the sense of who is the enemy, right? It's a trap that was triggered, but it's
I like hitting the hex with the gay agenda.
it's it's not known who the bad guy is, right? Like when I cast a spell, I know who the enemy is, right? So it affects that person. This might not know, so we might be able to pass through. I'm not gonna try.
I imagine it's treating everyone as the enemy.
It could,
You got a 50-50 shot.
but this is. I think Pleuzac would know this is pretty powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
To
by
do
the
something like
notation
this, it would
in the
be
book
pretty
alone, yeah, you definitely know, especially with that 28. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
All right, so
And I would say closing the book didn't deactivate it.
Are we able to see past these prismatic walls?
yeah. So let me do this. Where do I have it? Here it is. A shimmering, multicolored plane of light has formed a vertical, opaque wall in front of you. I will say that it's not so opaque that it can't be seen through. Kara's there, but it is very, very much solid. You see it there. It's not. It doesn't seem like a haze.
Like a glass wall, kind of.
Yes, exactly. So you definitely know it's there. It's basically a dome. It's about 30 feet across, or sorry, 30 feet in radius. And it's centered on, the book, very clearly. It's
not
lighting
moving
up
with
the
the
room.
book, though, is it?
The book hasn't really been moved from the things, so you wouldn't know.
Okay.
It's just currently centered around the book for sure. If when you're looking out, you would see again, like I said, it's lighting up the room. This is shedding a lot of light for you. And actually, you would believe that this is for some reason, or at least Pleuzac, sorry, I should say, with your 28, that this, again, kind of adding to your understanding of how this is kind of not, what's the right term? Quite fully functioning properly. You would believe that by what the book says, this would normally occur. If you want to share that, that's up to you, but you're the only one that would be aware of that.
Yep.
You know, however you want to express that. But besides that, that's kind of the physical look and effect of the wall.
Okay, that's us on the inside, right? Because the outside would be a different wall.
Yeah, so technically there seem to be like layers to it, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
It all kind of is in the same place. I just tried to represent them because of how this will probably go down.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to see?
What?
Is this wall sound dampening as well, or is it just...
I will say no, for at least not in its current state, because again, there is a nature by which it seems not quite complete, at least in Pleuzac's understanding. So you could probably hear them, maybe a little muffled, but I would say as long as they're loud enough, you've got good passive perception. You tell what's going on.
Hey, Leif, can you spawn an echo and try to pass through the wall?
Like,
It just
that's the
gives
way
you-
to go.
He just gives you a thumbs up, and I will have him summon an echo right here.
Like that will tell us if it deals damage or not,
And,
right?
yeah, he usually throws like the aura on or something like that. So yeah, so Leif summons an echo up for you, and he will fucking literally duck his head straight like fucking battering ram style and runs headfirst into the closest section
Yep.
of the wall. At which point, I need to open up Leif's sheet. And to make sure I'm doing it right, 1 second. Okay, so how far is the echo? Not going to get the bonus. Okay, so okay, so that, and it's 1 second. Yeah, it's this. So he does not quite. So basically, right at the first barrier, the echo will.
Can you still see?
So here's an interesting one. The echo gets rejected by the barrier, or at least I should say he touches it and seems to dodge backwards into it. Almost as if it was like stung as it touched it, but it didn't take damage clearly. It looks around blinking confused, scratches its head. And then I need it to do... Well, actually, so... Let me read this again. Okay, so I want to ask quickly, does anyone want to do anything? You have a turn to make, an action of some sort. That was Leif's action. So Mace, if you want to make an action, or Kara, if you want to make an action, let me know. And then I'm going to go to the top of the next turn order before the next thing happens.
Okay.
I'd move closer to my mark and see if I notice anything going towards that northern tunnel entrance.
I think that's fine. Feel free.
I'm gonna sacrifice this baby.
What?
That's it?
Are you carrying a baby?
Sacrifice it. Yeah.
His baby, his new baby.
and
Oh, okay,
If you
good.
go in the Discord, you can see. We're gonna sacrifice you. To get out of this trap.
You're holding it like a priest about to baptize him.
Yep.
Dunk that
Sacrifice.
fucker. Hi, Owen. Welcome to the world, buddy. Good luck. At least you got a cool dad.
Mm,
You're gonna field your
We'll see
whole,
what he
like your
thinks.
own fucking D&D crew.
I hope so. That's my plan.
Good.
Wife doesn't know it.
Good. It's a good plan.
Honestly, at least you'll be teaching your kids math. So
True.
Right.
Yeah.
And reading
imagination.
comprehension.
Yeah,
Imagination
wow.
is incredible. Honestly, the whole creativity aspect, whether it's through drawing or writing or whatever. Yeah.
Get them fine motor skills down making them sculpt miniatures.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yes.
By the time you
Okay,
print
so
it
I
soon,
have a few
Galactus has all
alternatives
those
here.
files.
Um,
Okay, yeah,
Obviously,
so...
we can try to get through each layer.
hmm
I don't know if they're breakable or they need to be dispelled or something.
Again, Pleuzac can study it and maybe learn more next turn if he wants, so we'll
But
see.
I'm going to assume that they more than likely don't block teleportation. So I'm going to offer someone to Misty Step with me. But again, I can only take one person, which means someone is going to be stranded here
That's fine.
if we
I'll be
take that
stranded.
option.
Well, the zombie. Well, maybe the zombie can go through it.
Well, this is not going to last forever, I don't think.
Well, that's the other thing I was thinking. I was like, this trap being magical, I would only last for so long, right? I don't.
You can
Well,
study
it
No,
that
because
depends
it's
too.
because it
nether.
Yeah.
wasn't cast
It's
naturally,
netherese
right?
magic, so who knows?
Yeah, it could just be like a force field that is, being fed by the city itself. It's not. There's no reason for us to think that it would run out.
And another trap could go off with, like cloud kill or something in here, so it's like you got to
That
get
would be
out of it
fun.
or not.
But yeah, like that's one option. Alternatively, I'm pretty sure Leif can also just teleport to his clone, right? And he can spawn his
His clone
clone.
would have to be able to go through the walls at minimum. Maybe he
But
could
can
summon
he
it to the other
spawn
side.
his clone like
I'm gonna say
fast?
that in terms of how the barrier is acting, he might be able to see through the wall, but since he can't actually see the space on the other side of the wall clearly, um, it's going to act as a barrier if he tries. I'll give you the heads up on that just since he's not here to try it.
Sure. Well,
He'll, he'll. Do you want to take someone now?
Not me.
okay. Uh, well, if Pluzak doesn't want to stay here, by all means. uh, yeah, Wait, so I have a question then.
hmm
If Leif can't spawn his clone because of vision reasons, then I shouldn't be able to teleport because of vision
I'll
reasons.
let you teleport. I'm just going to limit his echo on this one. I just want to make it cost enough for me to feel satisfied if you're trying to teleport people out. I'm not going to lie.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if Pluzak's okay with it and he's like chill being here, I'm not sure what you're intending to do, but if you say that's fine, yeah, I can probably just take Leif with me and Misty Step over to Kara.
Okay. So you want to just Misty Step next to Kara. So put you
Use the
guys
spell
kind of right there,
slot.
roughly. 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 25. So the echo's still there. The start of next turn. That's good.
So
Okay,
it's
so
not
let me pop to the
not
start of next
necessarily
turn.
anti-magic.
Which would be yeah, I don't think so. I've been rereading it a couple times and I don't see anything that would stop that, so
I thought about using Dispel Magic, but
actually hold on though.
I only have
think-
one of those, and
I
if
wanna
it
take
doesn't
another look
work,
at this
then
one
I feel like
second.
we're fucked.
It might be powerful. That's what I
I
was
might
thinking.
actually stop
Yeah.
you. Yeah, because honestly, I'm doing this on purpose to try and I'm not gonna lie, whether or not Pluzak wants to use this is up to him, but I'm trying to give this to the team as well as an option. I might stop you
So I'll
just
tell
to
you
stop it in the
this.
future.
Uh,
You know what? I'm gonna ask it
I
this
am
way to you
very
guys then.
familiar with this spell.
Yeah,
And
go for it.
so I know the way it works, and which I'm trying to navigate this as the character as opposed to the player.
Right.
Um, and so Mace could use the spell magic.
You guys, that's what I'm saying. You guys have all of the tools needed to deal with this spell. I'm actually gonna posit it to you guys because I will let this be as effective on you as it would be on an enemy. If
Uh-huh.
you were to have this spell available to the team somehow, Pluzak learns how to do it as an array. Would you want it to be able to stop people from teleporting through it? If so, it's going to block your teleportation, but you also will gain that if he learns the ability. If not, then you will be able to teleport out, but so will enemies if you
Tell you
choose
what,
to use it.
I think it's more fun that way if we just work our way out through the spell.
Okay.
So if we can undo the whole teleportation bit,
Not
I'm
only
up
can
for
you
it.
undo it, again, I'm going to let the party choose. If you want to, you can use the spell and learn. You cannot teleport out, and then that is set in stone. So if you guys choose to learn this spell somehow, actually, you know arrays as well, so maybe Pluzak will let you have the book to do it. He's just currently in possession of it, however you guys want to manage that. It's
Right.
an option. So if that's how you guys want to have this work, you can also maybe lock things out or lock things in on your own in the future. So
We can definitely
do
try
you want
that.
to use the spell slot still and learn that it blocks you, or do you just want to not have done that?
Let me not have done that. Instead, I think what I want to do, as it would be technically my turn or like
Yeah.
my go to do something.
Yep. Yep. You still have an action on this turn. Yeah.
I'm going to risk it, and I'm gonna just try to smack the wall.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Okay. I was gonna
So
say like throw a book at it or
you can
something,
tell
at
me if I'm
least.
wrong on this, but essentially that means, you can swing a roll. Go ahead.
So,
Um,
you know, out of character knowledge,
yeah, yeah, of course.
the way I understand these walls work,
Yep.
uh, is they don't necessarily have like inherent HP or anything. They do have an
Correct.
AC.
Correct.
Uh,
Oh,
um,
interesting.
Yeah. So
and
that's why I said you can definitely roll at it, 100%.
yeah, so I'll try to do that and see if its effect doesn't murder me.
Yep. So here's how I'm gonna play it. Just so, and of course, this is just my interpretation of the spell. If you want to discuss it, let me know because I love talking that shit. So go ahead and roll your swing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So definitely enough that your hammer collides with the wall.
Is that on advantage?
As you
There we go.
collide with the wall, you kind of feel this resonance of magic because Chance is touching it, you're kind of touching it. It's going to try and cast its layer of magic on you in this specific instance. I
Right.
need a dex save. You can dodge back as you feel that this magic is solid, but also not taking damage as much as you expected.
Okay, so again,
Hmm.
uh, I'm not trying to tell you how to run things here.
That's what I said. Feel free to let me know. You're good.
Yes, so as far as I understand it here, I'm working from purple to red.
Correct.
And does purple require a dex save?
Every layer requires a dex save if you're trying to pass through it, but this spell is currently not functioning the same way as it normally would. So because you're
Oh, cool.
interacting with it, I'm
All
trying
right.
to let you know the magic is rogue enough that as you're
Sure,
hitting
that's
this
fine.
layer, specifically because you're definitely interacting with layer by layer, you
Yes.
feel the magics start to respond to your hammer hitting it, and it gives you a chance to dodge away.
All right, let me try it then.
Yeah.
Uh, dex save.
Cool.
No, great.
So, at this point, you suddenly go blind.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay? So,
Called it. Through a book.
that is going to be Mace's action on this turn. We recycle through the turn order. The mummy seems satisfied, Jesus, seeing you interact with the book, and it's 5, 10, 15, 20, going to walk towards the first layer, at which point it realizes what's happening is not what it thought is happening, and it needs to do a dex save. Not
The
easy
mummy
for the
sticks its
mummy.
fingers in the electrical socket. The
So the
mummy is now
mummy is
ash.
also going to end up blinded, as it's similarly conditioned to Mace. So, Mace, you're blind. Pluzak, you turn
Uh-huh.
around. You see Mace kind of standing there, like clearly staring up a little higher than he should be.
Covering my eyes, yeah.
Yeah, something's going on there. And as you turn to look at him, and the turn flips over, the other Leif needs to do a quick save. It is a Wisdom, I believe. Yep. It's at least in Mace's bonus. Oof, but a 9 is still not going to be enough. It will suddenly just disappear. Um, it's an echo, so, various reasons why that could be possible. Um, but it disappears. Uh, so, after that, I guess Leif, for his action, would be like, should I try again? No worries, Mace. Um, Kara, you can weigh in. Do you want Leif to try again?
I'm assuming I can't really hear him all that well, so I'm
No, you
more
can.
just
I'm
trying
gonna let
to.
you. I'm gonna let you be part of the conversation. You can hear what they're talking about. You just can't. I mean, you'd have to approach from the outside, versus, going in if you want to do anything.
I'm
Maybe
more concerned that Scrivenscry might take advantage of the separation here, and I'm kind of staying on alert / looking for them.
Hmm.
So, uh, until otherwise stated, I am going to be taking the dodge action.
Okay, totally. Put yourself a boot to mark the dodge.
I
up,
would
Pleuzac?
ask Leif,
And I'm going
hey
to...
man, uh, looks like the mummy's trapped here too. Why don't you find out if it planned this?
Okay, Leif will contact it mentally, and he will tell you, um, it's it can't see anything. So I think it's just as trapped as we are. Like, no, it didn't mean this. Like, it's the same problem for it as us. It says.
Okay. Um,
I'll ask it again.
Because,
Yeah, it says it wanted to help you. It didn't mean this.
because I'm remaining stationary, can I quote-unquote get up on my knees so I'm not prone?
Yeah.
then, what happened to your echo, Leif?
Um, it disappeared and then it disappeared. Like it went somewhere far away, and then because it wasn't close enough to me, it disappeared.
Okay. Um, do you want to try something? Or do you want me to try it on Mace?
What are you doing?
Cast freedom of movement on you?
Ah, interesting. Let me.
If I may ask a question?
Yeah.
What barrier did the echo make it to before it poofed?
Just the purple one.
Oh, so it's... Okay.
With a 12? Yeah. So. Pleuzac.
Did the Leif Echo make a horrendously failure save before it poofed, or did it just
Do
poof?
you not see the 12 deck save? The
I'm,
12.
I'm cycling back through.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
because
up
they're
above.
all under
Two up.
your name and not Leif. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
no,
missing
no.
it.
The
Okay.
the one above Mace, the most recent one above Mace. Yeah, thank you, Pleuzac.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Okay.
looking for. You can try it for sure. Mace will say, or not Mace. I'm sorry. Leif will say. Hold on.
Next night, you can reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. That's interesting. I wonder how that interacted with the
You
wall.
can absolutely try. So casting time 1 action, duration 1 hour. Yeah, you want to cast that on him? He says he's game. It's Leif.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay.
We'll waste a 4th level spell.
All right.
Cast.
Your call.
Of-
Freedom of movement. Okay. So let me look at something quick. This open like that. Okay, cool. So, Leif will start to try and walk through the walls. So go through next to Mace. So that would be Leif doing a dex save. So he manages to walk through the purple, and kind of tries to continue through the next. Leif's gonna just end up walking all the way through. So 1 second.
And we're gonna think it's because of freedom of
Yeah,
movement.
exactly. So second one.
Just did all saves.
Third. So with a +5, that's still not going to be enough. So at the blue layer, he. Yeah, at the blue layer, he takes some damage. Do you guys want him to try and continue pushing on after taking that damage? It doesn't restrict his movement in any way. Or do you want him to stop if he gets hurt? Would that have been something? I mean, you didn't really stipulate it, so I feel like if
Considering
Leif,
that
he'd
we
probably
can
just try and continue.
probably more cheaply heal him than anything, I'd say let him go.
Yeah, I feel like Leif's natural inclination would just be to keep going unless he dies. So let me do a roll.
Unless he dies.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I reading that wrong?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
So he failed the save. It would be this. Nope, I did that wrong. So it'd be that plus this. Okay. So Leif ends up pretty bloodied as he is seemingly suddenly
boy.
assailed by kind of this diamond dust of snow. It touches on his body and then his skin suddenly starts to almost freeze. He is able to continue, but very clearly he seems kind of hurt. You see blood kind of dripping off his skin and whatnot.
Oh no.
He will try and continue. So that's another save from him. Oof, crit fail. Thankfully, I'm not Fred, who does twice as much damage.
I would be.
That would basically be a dead Leif. So he's going to continue to try and pass through the green layer, and I need to do some rolls.
You know what I was thinking too? Even if he did turn around, he might have to do the rolls to get back through each layer, like going up the stairs.
Maybe.
Oh man,
So
he's
at
dead.
this point, Leif suddenly starts to have these kind of hacking coughs, and he coughs up this kind of greenish liquid, and you would tell that there seems to be some sort of poison besetting his body, and he is going to fall over unconscious at that point.
Oh shit. Okay, that was a lot then.
He failed
So
two
the
dex saves. So.
barriers that he's gone through, they've not been removed or anything.
No, he was able to pass through them, but clearly not without taking some sort of repercussion.
I assume I'm not able to quite pull him back
With
in.
how he falls, you can reach his legs. You could pull him back in. The question is, do you think that the things that he's laying through would... Because he's kind of stopped right with his head at the green barrier. Would it hurt again? That's your question to bear.
Well, the question is if I'm able to reach him, which means he's like prone horizontal on the ground.
Yes, that is correct. His
he
legs
must
are towards
be
you.
in between various barriers at the moment.
Correct.
I have to imagine that now that he's surpassed them, it should be fine. At least that's where my gut tells me to go through, because if
He's
not,
still technically going through them, so therefore the magic has already engaged and won't rebound
I think
because he's
ultimately,
in though.
all you can do to test that is to try,
Pull him through.
if that's what you want to do.
yeah, I think
Who knows Revivify, just in case?
I do, but I don't have any diamonds.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll pull him back with me.
Back through to you?
Yes.
Okay. So he is going to take one failure on the way. I will let that be your action for the turn, though, is you will pull him safe. And by one failure, I mean he takes damage once along the way. The other things I think won't take effect because his mind is currently out. And the others are a little bit more related to that. Not that you'd know that. Yeah. So with that, he gets pulled back at least to the side and seems safe. Again, took one thing of damage. You would definitely be able to tell as you watch some frost kind of form on his body again as he repasses through the barrier.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Pleuzac, you still have not taken an action this turn. Kara, you're still dodging, I'm assuming. So. And
Yeah,
paying attention to
I'm
the north.
still paying attention to that direction and
So
in that
Pleuzac,
condition.
what do you think?
I will do.
Oh, you got. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Just double checking my spells real quick. Can't do anything with those. Okay, never mind. What I was thinking I didn't actually have. So, yep, I'm just sticking to what I was doing.
Alrighty, totally fine. So
So
Pleuzac.
is this round 12?
This is 11 or 10.
Okay. So no one sees my face when Leif drops down, like, oh shit.
No, you're still
Whoops.
invisible. Party can't tell.
Okay.
You good?
I'm gonna turn around and look through the book a little bit more.
'Kay.
See if I can learn anything.
So do me another Arcana roll.
Okay. Not as
You will learn something. It's just how much you will learn. So, in this instance, you're only going to learn about one layer. However, I'm going to presume since Pleuzac is smart enough, he's at least trying to find something the most relevant to him. So you will find, this book basically, as you skim through it, since you're trying to find specific information, you realize that it is a tome basically dedicated to the study and production of this specific spell. So not only does it teach you how to cast it, it teaches you a lot about the details of it, or at least how it's supposed to normally function. You would learn that the closest layer, the violet layer, since that's what you're kind of keeping an eye out for, has the ability to banish people to another realm. First,
Oh.
it blinds them. While they are blinded, they will have a chance to stay within this realm and save themselves from the blind. Or actually, no. It just saves them. They remain blinded for... sorry, I'm misreading this. Hold on. Oh, no. Condition ends on the save. Yeah, there it is. So it blinds them till they are then banished to another realm, much like the banishment spell. You believe currently, with how the spell is operating, it would bring back anyone banished if you can cancel the spell within its 10-minute time limit, much like the true banishment spell. Otherwise, you are worried that anyone that gets cast aside by that violet layer may be gone forever. At this point, that is all you are able to learn. No, sorry, you will learn as well this layer of the barrier can be dispelled with a dispel magic spell. At least specifically this layer.
Okay.
So that'll be your action for this turn, just so you know to study. So.
Yeah, this stinks. So I would advise, I would stay out. Nobody try going through the layer again. I understand what Leif meant. And Mace, if you wanted to dispel magic, it might work.
Yeah, so at this
Okay.
point, the mummy will stumble backwards while blind, by the way. Did I do... No,
The mummy
that
just
was Lace.
disappears.
The mummy needs to do a wisdom save. It might. We will see. Wisdom save, it has a +2, we'll see. Yeah! It stays there. It manages
Nice.
to suddenly seem like it regains its vision. Excuse me, its vision. But it does wander farther away from the wall now that it is aware that it's not so safe.
So, the question is... First and foremost, I only have one level 3 spell slot, so if I use Dispel Magic, that's as high as I can go. Secondly, I don't know if it requires me to see the effects. No, it doesn't seem like it.
I mean, you would believe you
So-
can cast Dispel Magic if that's what you're asking.
What's that?
Are you asking, can you cast Dispel Magic on it?
No, he already said that that's like a viable...
Possible. Okay, sorry, it was something else. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, no, I was
Shout
just
through-
unsure if I was able to do it while blind.
Interesting question. I
But
don't think you need to be
it
able to
seems
see
like
it, no.
there is no restriction on that regard.
No,
So
just verbal somatic, right? Yeah.
I would shout through the wall
it says
and
what's seen.
ask if the party could ask the mummy if there's anything else in the library that might counter this.
well, since I am now part of the blind community, that means my senses have heightened.
So you speak mummy now?
No, but I can tell Pleuzac to speak with the foreigner.
Funny. Pleuzac, you gonna ask the mummy?
Yeah, I would say, is there anything here that can help us get out of here
So it
safely and alive?
It would tell you specifically, there is a scroll that does damage that would break one of these walls with Scrivenscry in the cart dragged by the penguin.
Great. Okay.
It was stolen from one of the chambers. It will clarify.
I mean, that makes sense. I
Okay,
think
so-
whenever I am able to, I'll just dispel magic.
Okay,
So here's a
um,
question for the rest of the group.
Yes.
Do I try to solo Scrivenscry while you guys work this out because you
No.
can't seem to get out?
No.
No, you are
He was very
strong,
powerful.
but I think despite Scrivenscry being damaged, he's going to fuck with you so hard.
I appreciate the lack of faith. Thank you.
Oh no, it's not
I
like
mean,
a
you could
fade.
always
It's
find
more
Kara's
like
corpse and then just res her, right? Like, I'm with
that is
Chris. I
true.
have faith in you, Chris.
I'm
You have
not
mechanics.
worried for Kara dying. I'm more worried about her being like lost in the library and getting screwed over. Because I'm talking about the whole blind thing. Because
Yeah,
darkness.
yeah.
He can
Well,
just cast darkness on her
also,
armor and be
Kara's the
cool.
only one that technically knows where Scrivenscry truly is. So can the party catch up properly?
Yeah. Anyways, does spell magic get rid of the purple barrier?
It's still yes. So let me hit back the counter. I think I have to go to the top of the next order for that. Okay, so let me moved. You dispel magic. Yes, once you dispel magic, the first barrier would dissipate. The remaining barriers seem to just sit there unaffected currently. Leif, I think, would continue to choke and die, so let me roll him a death save quick.
If you could lay on hands that man and give him a hit
I'll
point.
help him out.
Yeah.
Help him. Just Owen's very upset that Leif went down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so Pleuzac, you walk over to him and you lay on hands, you said? Or something? What was
Well,
that?
I don't have lay on hands.
What did you say? Just
That's like the Pleuzac get a
yeah,
fucking
I'm
class
sorry.
change.
It was more I didn't hear I heard multiple things while I was dealing with the death save that he was doing. So
Pleuzac is going to healing word
okay.
and don't take that number because
Oh, I know what I could do.
you restore maximum possible hit points on each die instead of rolling with healing spells on creatures with 0 HP.
Oh, cool. So if it's max, then it would be 9. Or sorry. Yeah, it would be 9. 4 and 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So he'll get 9 HP, and he kind of coughs and sputters, comes back to life, prone. So, he thanks you, Pleuzac, and he'll use half of his movement to stand back up, and then just be like, so do I try again, or...
You didn't make it very far. I don't know if you realize that.
It was good until it got really cold, and then I think someone poisoned me?
Well, that is not good. The thing is, if you're telling us the first barrier was some sort of teleportation, plane
I'll be
shift
right back.
barrier, and we got rid of it through the spell magic,
He got through the blue
then-
one. The blue one was cold. He got to the green one. The green one was poison.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the one that's before the blue one.
I know, but I'm
That's where it
trying to
was.
guesstimate what the other barriers are. Yellow is probably electricity.
Makes sense,
There
yeah.
it is. Oh, actually,
Red is fire.
I found an answer to your question about if you could teleport through Mason. The answer is actually no, you would not currently be able to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Orange.
I'll send this to you just so that because if you know the spell, then it's not going to be that
Sure,
much of a surprise.
yeah.
But this is specifically why. As long as, hold on, let me just, yeah. So
Oh, wait, yeah, okay, hold on.
I think you might know
I
why.
think
but
I
this is
remember why.
specified. Let me find you in my list.
Wait, but that doesn't make sense.
One of
On
them
the-
says this. I'm not going to tell you which.
Well, yeah, that I thought about something like that, but
I would say that the magic has to be able to reach the spot you're going to, right?
I don't know how it applies in that regard. So maybe
Yeah,
I mean
that's how I would call
would
it.
say that's a fair judgment. Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless, until you figure that out, after that point, technically, it would actually be okay. So I think that's actually a
Yeah.
better way to run it. Is it if you have a level of solving that. Anyway, I also will tell you the way I'm running it is again these all technically are within the same space, so there is a way Kara can potentially help you guys from the outside if you need it. Just to
This is
clarify
true.
that.
So,
Oh, I might have accidentally sent too much, but you know what I mean.
no. I'm just thinking. we saw no effect upon going into, like just trying to hit the barrier. I don't think, or did it?
Well,
Did
so
some,
when
because I
when
did
you when you
pass.
hit the barrier, you sensed that its magics were going to try and affect you the same way as if you'd passed through it, but you dodged out of the way.
But what I mean is, hitting the barrier didn't destroy it.
Oh no, you didn't. You're blind. That's right. Actually, so if you're blind after you dragged Leif in this round, you're gonna disappear. Mace is actually gone this round.
I
I'll let
thought
you.
since
You
the barrier.
sorry. Wisdom save first. Wisdom save. You dispelled magic. You got to do a wisdom save before you do that. I might have done that too early. Let's see what you can manage. Hit me a
Uh,
wisdom save.
Sure. Okay. Wisdom save.
Yeah, you're fine. So you
Thank
you
you,
wisdom
good.
saved. You're no longer blind, and you dispelled magic. Good. I'm glad.
So let me just understand this
Yeah.
properly.
Yes.
I went and hit the barrier.
You hit the
I
barrier. Yes.
don't know if I passed whatever
The
AC
way
it
that you're
has.
thinking of the spell and the way the spell is actually acting currently are slightly different. All of the rings
Gotcha.
will do the
Okay.
same effect, but the ways they are going to activate might be a little different from when the spell traditionally works because you're basically dealing with a degraded version of the spell.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
That's
again, there
fine.
are
So
also
that
effects
means
that would have been
brute
triggered
force is not
already.
going to get us out of
Not
this.
necessarily
Is what I'm
true.
trying to ascertain.
No, certain layers that might work. You'll have to test.
Okay. So technically speaking, it wouldn't be a complete waste of time to try to do the same thing.
It will not necessarily. No.
All right. You know why not? Let's do it. Okay. I have confidence. I have to believe in myself that my fucking 6 modifier on dexterity saves is going to be enough.
Well, so hold on. So just so you know, on this current turn, you already cast Dispel Magic. I'm waiting for
Yeah,
Fred to
that's
get
fine.
back. So,
I'm
or
just
actually, no,
gonna
Fred did the
think
healing.
what I'm doing next.
Leif asked if he should go through again. You guys said no. Kara, are you doing anything besides dodging?
Yes.
What are you thinking?
I'm waking up my chimeric fox,
Ah, cool. Okay.
Oh yeah.
and I'm going to tell it that it needs to go ahead, and it's on a stealth mission. It is not to interact with anything. It is just to observe and locate and return. And I need it to see if it can find Scrivenscry and Kingsport.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
That yeah. I mean, that's pretty smart.
All right. So, just so we're on the same page,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell it to do all that, and it can do all that. You will not be able to understand what it tells you unless you have a magical way to understand an animal. I know you technically do. You'll have to use the spell slot for it.
When it comes back, I will burn the
Right.
spells. Actually,
Absolutely.
I can cast.
It was just more. It's
yeah, that's
loyal
first
to
level.
you. It'll do what you say, but it's just it still doesn't have like a telepathic connection with you or anything. That was all I was trying to clarify. So yeah,
Nope.
it
When
can
it comes
absolutely do
back, I will 100%
that. Okay,
burn the spell
so I
slot.
think I have a fox token. Oh, it would be good if I hit O instead of a P. Did we not have an Arctic fox? Could have sworn we did. Did I delete it?
You might have.
I might have. Give me a sec. Pretty sure I have the token. Let me just pull it up. D&D, Icewind Dale. Go to, wait, it's an A's, Arctic Fox? Yeah, I have a fox.
Either way,
Uh,
I will send it off to do its scouting.
Yep, I'm just going to let you have control of it, and I'll switch you onto a new map to let you see what you can see and do what you can do. Okay, so a fox has 30 feet speed. It's got stealth +5 and advantage on stealth checks. So
I
that will be
believe a
what you're rolling
chimeric
with.
fox has a different stat block.
No, it is this. It is a fox.
I thought it
It's
was
not.
chimeric
You're
fox.
not a. It's not a. Well, so that's what I'm looking at. Chimeric fox, stealth +5, advantage on stealth checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, because I know there's the Arctic fox stat block, and I know there's a chimeric
Yeah. No.
fox
I'm looking. I'm
stat
looking
block.
at the one from the menagerie. It's more.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah. So that's technically size small. And then let me
I cannot move it.
I know. I gotta. Oops.
Uh,
I accidentally put it on the wrong layer. One sec. Token layer, and then attribute it to controlled by the redhead. There you go. Should be able to now. All right. So if you're
Okay.
going to tell it to go, it will be able to make it to the edge of the map and off to the next in this turn, and then I'll switch you to that map next turn.
All right, so it will get to here.
So, at this point, let me go another round of combat. Pleuzac, this is your last round of invisibility, just so you know. This is round
Gotten
12,
back.
so it'll end at the... Oh, you're right, he has not. Remind him when he gets back, because I might forget. Because I'm
What?
not going to continue this round until he gets back, so that he can at least take a turn. So, Mace, Leif, you guys have turns. Kara, you have a turn. I'll move your fox as the last thing we do, Kara. So, or move your map, I should say. Anything you guys want to do? Approach this next, or you want
So,
to wait for Pleuzac to come back and see if he'll study the book again?
you know, I think that this is a pretty safe bet. Uh, in the terms that I don't foresee this really blowing back on me very much.
Okay.
So if the barrier can be destroyed by brute force, or at least this next barrier, I'm going to try to throw a javelin at it from about this distance.
Good idea. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll that javelin for me.
Where are my javelins? There they are.
Beautiful. A 25 will certainly hit. Ah, that's the gift I used to use. I love that gift for the javelin.
It's really nice.
It is perfect. So you take perfect stance and you huck this javelin towards the wall, and it nails the wall. Tons of force. You're like, that would be such a great hit on a monster, and it just sticks in the next barrier, this indigo barrier.
Huh.
It just holds directly in space.
Does anything happen to the javelin?
Nope. Currently, it's just stuck there.
Okay. So this is not going to be dispelled by brute force, at least this one. All right, I guess that's my turn.
Okay. So Leif, I guess, will look at you, Mason. I'll be like, so, don't hit it? Should I try and walk through it again?
Thing is, if you try to walk through it, you might pass it, but you still risk exposure to the other layers, and we kind of
Yeah,
don't have
got
any
really
guarantee
cold
that.
and then poisonous. Gotcha.
Please don't
Yeah.
die.
Do I have to?
I mean, I can
mean-
bring you back from the edge. Just
Oh,
You know.
edging's my favorite.
the problem is, you're not gonna last much longer after. Which is
Walks
kind of the
walks a
point
little
of
closer to you, by the
edging.
way. He seems excited.
Yeah. So I think my thought process is, if the first one was dispelled by dispel magic, and it was some sort of banishment style thing, maybe we could get more information about what this one is, because we didn't see an effect when you passed it, because obviously you resisted the magic.
Yeah, so Pleuzac will at least mention, he can read the book again and potentially see more
Yeah,
details
so I
on
think
this.
we just tell Pleuzac, and then Leif holds his action to do whatever is
All right,
required.
so here's what I'm
next.
going to do. I'm just going to set him up the right way and then have him do the roll when he gets back so that I can go hit the bathroom and give the girls their bones quick.
Yeah,
Pleuzac
perfect.
will walk up to the book. He's going to take it with him and stand next to you so that he'll have a +5 on the next Arcana roll he does. I know it doesn't work that way, but I'm trying to give you guys more information. So
Yeah.
I will be back in a moment. Anyone else needs to take a break? Now's the time.
Man, I didn't expect to get steamrolled so hard by the Pride Circle. We need to learn this spell and use it against our enemies.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Just got back. Did we defeat it yet?
No.
You defeated a layer.
A layer. Yeah. We need your expertise to know what the second layer is about.
So dispel magic worked on the first layer.
One layer. It
Yes,
worked
but
on the
that's a
purple
one-off.
layer. Man, I can just imagine this fucking using this ability. Someone uses gravity, puts somebody up on a ceiling, uses this ability, turns off gravity, and makes them fall through everything.
Oh man.
Well, the thing is, you only need to be in contact with the wall, and if you make this into a dome, as this is, if you cast gravity, then they're always going to be constantly in contact with the wall until they pass, of course, and then they go to the next wall. So it's really just a a
I was under
press.
the impression that they fall through them. Like if gravity turns off, they're forcibly falling through the layers.
So to my understanding, the way the spell naturally works, you have to like pass to get through the barrier, otherwise you do not.
Generally, yes.
Yeah, but it still traps them inside that dome on a ceiling if you do it the funny way.
Yeah. So the funny way turns everything essentially into a juice press.
Yeah, well, while you were away, was making the comment, need to combine this with gravity, have them go up onto a ceiling with reverse gravity, put this
Put it in
dome
there,
over
and
them,
then
turn
basically,
off the
yeah,
gravity, and
yeah.
make them fall through it.
Yep, that would work technically. I mean, if that would force them to pass through it, but they'd have the DC save, deck save on every layer.
Sure, but
So.
the odds of them succeeding on every layer.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh.
the Leif question. He made it through
Yeah.
two.
Well, the other thing is, if you're falling, like, do you get spell save disadvantage or something? Because
I depends, man. I guess
Maybe
technically,
for dexterity.
I think it depends on if it's. How does the anti-magic or anti-gravity spell work? Like, is it a save to stay not
There's no
prone in
save.
the air
It
or
just
something?
happens.
It just happens.
So if you basically prone on the ceiling, right? So there could be some argument for disadvantage deck saves, yeah. Regardless, you guys still find yourself in the middle of this. So Pleuzac,
what
did
did
they fill
Mace
you
do?
in?
I heard dispel magic worked, but
Yes.
I see
Okay.
Mace also attacked it with a javelin.
Yes, and the javelin is
Yeah.
currently basically in the closest layer, just stuck in midair, just held there, where he penetrated through. Not enough to break through any of the other walls, but it is still just literally stuck in the air in that wall.
Gonna go get it, Mace?
I'm kind of waiting to see if anything happens to it. I've got other javelins, it's fine. But
Yeah, I think he was hopeful that you would study the book more this turn. I don't know if that was said.
yeah.
I can do that. I'll do that.
Okay, sure. So give me another Arcana roll. Do you currently have the book in your hands? If you do, and you're close enough to Mace, I'll give you a +5 from his aura, even though that's not normally how it works. I kind of want to let you guys have some chance at solving this. So
Sure.
Pleuzac has the book. You can say prismatic wall tome or prismatic wall.
Ow.
What's the word I'm looking for? What are magic books usually called? God damn it.
Grimoires.
Grimoire. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Oof. So that's another +5 on top of that. So that's a 17. 17, you'll learn about the next two layers. So for the indigo layer, the current one, you would learn that something that passes through this layer, generally it's a target that's not allowed through, but it seems in this instance you would recognize the weapon has been counted, is restrained. This then leads to a series of saves, constitution saves. If 3 saves are successful, the thing is let go. Hold on. Yeah, the condition will end, and the thing is let go. If it fails 3 times, and this is like death saves, it's not consecutive or anything, it just gathers over time, over saves. If it fails 3 times, then it is petrified. This petrification can end by spells like Greater Restoration, but otherwise it will remain until then. It can block magic. The specific layer blocks magic, so warping would not be available as long as this spell exists. And you would believe that this layer seems to be weak to bright light, much like that shed by the daylight spell. So anything that is similar to perhaps sunlight might help you in this instance, you would think.
Wait, so allow me to understand this correctly. It says either bright light or the daylight spell, yeah?
By bright light, in terms of how it traditionally works, it would say by the daylight spell, but in terms of how, again, this rogue spell seems to be working and how the book is describing it for Pleuzac, he can adjust it how he wants as he maybe does his own version. He would believe that bright light shed very similar to light from the sun would indeed work.
Because I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I have a permanently attached ever-burning candle on my helmet.
Yeah, you don't think the candle would work in terms of sunlight, but I think that the majority of the party would remember there is indeed something else that produces sunlight in the party's possession.
Maybe, yeah. Oh,
Um,
well,
I
and
turn on my sword.
might need to learn that first, but I'm
I know.
at least one of you is aware of what I'm saying.
Yes.
In terms
but
of the layer after that Pleuzac, you would learn the blue layer seems to do cold damage. Usually 12d6. You're not sure how much in this instance, as Leif is the only one who has taken it. You would believe that even on a successful dex save, it is designed to have the person take some damage, and it is possible for this layer to be destroyed by its opposite, fire damage.
okay.
So you've learned those two things. How you wish to share them to the party is your call.
Um. Okay, so I would say I know why your javelin's stuck there, because it's being restrained. Can anybody cast bright light? Oh, I can, right? Did I get rid of it? I thought I got rid of it.
I don't know. Do you have a spell that does that? I mean, much to Chris's...
Light casts bright light, so...
Do you think it would substitute for sunlight, though? The specific thing I was trying to add is that sunlight, specifically sunlight, will work on this layer.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make sure of earlier.
Yeah. So that was the specification. Is the daylight spell is what's called out specifically in terms of the spell. In this instance, anything that would work as the sun. And I'm going to be clear. I'm a DM. I made sure that you guys had some level of being able to deal with this. It's just going to take time. So yes, sunlight specifically.
I heard them say sunlight, right?
Yeah. So if I
It's
say,
Pleuzac's call.
yeah, I'm gonna say bright light, as in sunbeams, but I don't know how we're gonna get sunbeams down here because of, cave and all.
Don't you have proficiency in history? You should remember Kara's got the ability. Am I wrong?
It's not so much the ability, it's just the light from my sun sword is sunlight.
Oh, okay. I don't
Yeah,
remember what it
the
was called.
vampire Null was all. You were there for that.
Yeah. I thought it was just like light.
No, it is sunlight.
Yeah, there's a reason that thing fucking stole that from Kara.
Okay. So I don't know how you're gonna get that through the other layers to destroy the layer
I will
on the
specify
inside.
as a DM that is the layers represent the fact that they are layers you have to deal with. Technically, they all take the same space.
Oh.
Just so you're aware, they're all on the same barrier border.
With that knowledge in hand, I would activate the
you're the
Sunblade, and I would try to huck it through the shield.
Okay, so
See if I can get the blade to pierce to that layer.
yeah, so Kara, your dodge action would end.
Yep.
You would take the sword out, activate it, and throw it in the air. As soon as the blade goes active, this layer would start to the closest layer to them would start to fluctuate, and it would vanish as it leaves your hand. Roll me a attack with that weapon, please.
Certainly.
Okay.
A 14.
Yeah. So for those of you on the inside, a sword with a glowing blade lands right about there. It is casting its own light, of course. Kara, you can tell us how far. It's not going to matter too much, as once it passes through, or not even necessarily as it passes through, but as it soars through the air, passing through the barriers just for the sake of it. Or actually, no. I guess it would bounce off, technically. right? Because this one had.
Technically.
Actually, Kara. So here's what I need you to do. Actually, roll me. So that was the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4 more attacks with the sword, please.
Oh, to see if we can
And
lower
I
here.
need actually. Hold on.
2, 3.
Hold on.
Four.
Stop there for a second. I need 2 more at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
2 more
Okay.
at disadvantage because so they're actually over 10 feet away from you, and it's an improvised weapon throw with a sword, a long sword. So this would be at disadvantage after the 10 feet. But
so
it's okay.
Do you
You're
want
still
me to
doing
just
pretty good.
roll 2 more, or
Two
roll
more
with disadvantage?
2 more with disadvantage. All of them are at
Okay.
technically disadvantage, but you've currently done pretty good. So yes, so
Oh
the
my
sword would
God.
indeed pass through. Sadly, it's too high for you to. Well, I guess you can learn something, but the sword does land there. The inside barrier dissipates, and you guys are left with the blue barrier left next.
You just hear from the outside. Did it work?
Yeah, I guess so.
yes. That
So
was a good unison answer.
that also tells us that the other barriers are also just not going to be broken by basic, regular, straight.
Oh, actually,
brute
so
force.
Kara, that was radiant damage specifically.
Specifically, like
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could modify the damage.
No, can you?
Depending, but
Can you
yeah.
modify to something else? What can you modify to?
What do
If
you
I
want to
use,
modify it to?
you know, I feel like because it never happens, I
let's do
will
that.
oh fucking use words. I will planar warrior and turn it all into force damage. Just throw that
Okay.
bitch through.
In that instance, then let me see. Interesting. Okay, so I need you to roll me however much damage it would have hit with on one roll.
Make sure that that is turned on. Where is the planar warrior button? There is the planar warrior button. And that would have been ignoring the 5 because the 5 is condition specific.
Mhm.
That would have been
21?
22
22,
damage
yeah.
of force.
2, yeah.
Okay, so 22 force damage. Let me take that. Okay, so the sword is currently stuck in the yellow layer. And you would see the yellow layer kind of fluctuating, very
Now,
much so.
is
Having,
the blade stuck or the hilt stuck?
if it is force damage, I'm going to say the blade is stuck as it seems to have hit and pierced and damaged the yellow layer as it fluctuates around the blade, cracking slightly.
Okay. Can I telekinetically recall the weapon, or do I have to physically grab it to pull it?
I think you're at a distance you can telekinetically recall it. Or is it 10 feet?
I'm not sure
30
about
feet
your
now, right?
mechanics for yeah.
So currently
double
it
checking the
is.
blade.
So here's the deal. At level
This is up to 30 now.
At
Yeah.
level 3, you have the ability to pull it as if it is with your own hand. You can tell that it is stuck in this as if it was stuck in a person, is the best way to tell it to you. Almost as
Okay.
if you had damaged the wall.
Okay. No, the only reason I asked if I could telekinetically pull it was if you were doing a thing. Like
No,
if this
no,
was
you're
like...
good. I get you. If it had been the violet wall on the inside, you would have been correct. So you're doing it right.
Okay, so
I'll
I
put
will
the sword off to
resummon
the
the
side for a
blade
second.
to
Yep.
me.
Yep.
And just... It got stuck partway through. It felt like I was hitting a person.
Okay.
I would pat down my body, make sure I
Didn't get
don't
it.
feel like I got stuck.
All your limbs are intact.
I'm pretty sure if
Good
my
old
damage
distrustful
transferred,
Pleuzac.
I'm pretty sure if one of my attacks transferred the damage to one of you, there'd be like a fucking gaping hole in you at this point.
Yeah, Kara hits pretty heavy, that's for sure.
That
Then
is
again-
for sure.
Honestly, so does most of the party. So
Yeah.
I could try it again, but I can't guarantee a result.
I think.
And I say that
it's
knowing I can't
probably-
actually try that again because I can only play a warrior
force
once per turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's true.
On side
Okay.
note, Fox.
We will do that at the end. I'm just waiting
Okay.
to see if you guys are
So-
done here. We'll go there, but
I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't know. What's the turn order like right now?
There's no real turn order currently. It's just I'm making sure everyone does an action on this page, and then I'll go to the fox, and then we'll come back.
Gotcha. In that case, I'm going to try to firebolt this cold wall.
Okay, so if you firebolt the cold wall... Actually, hold on, did you... The last thing you do is pull Leif through?
No, last action was to throw the javelin.
That wall was dealt with this turn, so you have to wait till the next turn for an action.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah,
think the
that's what I
only
was
one
thinking.
inside who has a turn is Leif, if you guys want him to do anything.
And zombie.
Zombie too,
Uh,
technically. The mummy, yeah.
I would
does Leif
ask
have
Leif
any force?
if he has a
Because
fire
force seemed to work, I guess,
fire
at least
sword.
one of the layers.
Force did seem to work one of the layers. Can anyone else produce force, though?
That's why. I mean, I don't think I can. Not to my knowledge.
I can produce magically radiant damage, fire damage, and force damage.
I think you're
I've
specifically
got
asking Leif. So
I'm
that
just
way
saying
they
out
can
loud.
Yeah.
radiant.
use his
Do
turn.
we want to do anything on Leif's turn? Or have Leif do anything, I should say. Yeah.
Well, just ask him if he can do force damage.
He says he can't. As far as I'm
Actually,
aware.
I might have an alternative that
He can do
I might.
radiant, he can do slashing. He can do bludgeoning with his fists, and he can net it.
I don't
Fucking
think
the secret
net
to this is
gonna
the
do
net.
anything.
Yeah.
It's Leif.
So
He would definitely offer. I'm not wrong on that.
I guess you could technically do fire damage if you pulled out his laser gun.
Radiant.
Oh, it's radiant? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
What
so
were you saying?
I actually believe. Um, Let me just double check this because
hmm
hold on, I need to reopen this because I don't know if it's force damage specifically.
Oh, yeah, that's for your next turn at minimum. Or unless you're saying something that
No, no,
Leif
I'm
could
just
do.
checking what my options are, so you can
Yeah,
go on.
cool.
Can I have
Okay.
Eldritch
So
Blast?
if Leif does not have anything that you guys want him to do, he will just wait on this turn. That will put us through to the next. So let me scroll that. Pleuzac, your invisibility fades. So you're standing there holding the book. Let's take this off of you.
Hey, so you're part warlock. Does that mean you have Eldritch Blast?
I do not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, not his build.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, sorry, I'm doing this wrong. Kara, I need to
Hmm.
do something with you.
Okie doke.
Redhead and me, hopefully, to this. So, Kara, you would be able to... Let me put your fox down. Sorry, I'm doing this wrong. Oh, wait, hold on. Did it not... I see why. Un momento, por favore. Okay, so... this to here. So your fox, you should be able to see. I will make it controllable by you in just a second. But clearly, study the map while I'm busy being a schmuck, not doing it right. There we go. So your fox is at the south end. And it would essentially come into this library. It would currently not see the thing on the north that you might see as a player, or as a player. But it's bookshelves and more scattered books. Nowhere near as bad as the other room, but definitely looks like this place has been ransacked as well. What would you like to do?
It's just gonna
Go to there?
go to
You
there.
should be able to move it. Can you not? Did I do it wrong?
It's more just planning the movement.
Gotcha. Just making sure. I was more worried that it didn't work.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
just,
So that's
trots over. It's being quiet. It's
cool.
just
Do
kind of,
do a
sniff
stealth
around.
stealth check for me then. It is advantage +5. So roll a d20 +5, I guess. At advantage.
2d20 plus 5. So a 20 and a 21 respectively.
21 is pretty damn good. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's doing good. All right. All right, back to the top of the turn order in the other room. Kara, I'm just gonna leave you here. I'll tell you.
Okey-doke.
Hopefully you listen enough in that if there's anything you're needed for, I can adjust. But otherwise, yes. So back in this room, top of the turn order, quote unquote. What do you guys do in this turn? It sounded like Mace had an idea of throwing firebolt. You want to roll that now? You can.
Yeah, to the cold wall at least.
Yep. You can roll.
So yeah, I'm gonna try that. See if it works. There is firebolt. Meh.
Definitely hits.
I'm gonna guess that probably doesn't do much
So
to it, but
it definitely warbles.
does it at least interact?
Yeah, it warbles and cracks, and you can tell that the firebolt definitely hurts it. It is not broken, but it is reacting.
Gotcha.
Pleuzac, anything you want to do?
Yeah. Create bonfire.
I knew it was coming. A bonfire suddenly spawns beneath the blue, and let me do it right, because you always can do it justice, because that PNG exists. Plop that fucker here. There we go. We got a bonfire spawned.
What number?
Give me some
Oh,
damage.
sorry. 38.
Five more.
Okay.
5 more is fucking good. Alright, so at this point, the cracks are definitely running along the barrier far more than before. And... Oh, you tried to sign in, Claw?
Yeah.
That's
was
funny.
in.
No,
but
you're
for
good.
whatever
That's just
reason,
funny. It took me a second to realize what he had done that for. That's
Yeah.
all. It's not quite broken yet, though, Pleuzac. Your campfire seems to sit there, though, so you can do more damage next turn. Leif would look at you guys and be like, so, I can't really do fire. Can I? Should I? What do you want?
Throw books at the wall.
Leif will run over to the closest bookshelf and just start hawking books at your fire, and it takes up a little bigger. It doesn't. You know what? Why not? We'll say that it takes up a little bigger, and you're gonna add, what is it, 2d6 or 2d8 per turn? You're gonna add extra.
Okay.
So 3d8 next turn. Have him helping out, and that would say, Kara, do you want to do any actions? Do you think you can do any fire damage to the wall?
I can do fire damage, but I don't know if I can get through the yellow barrier since it seemed to stop.
So, as a character, do me an insight check.
I will. 19.
With an insight of 19, you would believe that the yellow barrier perhaps stopped your blade due to the damage type that was done, and if a different damage type is done and you manage to do enough attack damage, quote-unquote, to pass through the barriers, much like before, it might be possible to reach that barrier with a certain type of damage. You'd have to technically roll for everything on the way, and you'd have to hope that none of the barriers on the way are also susceptible to that type of damage. But if you can do fire damage and think you can attack through to that point, then it would be possible to reach there.
I'm going to do another force damage attack and see if I can't get rid of
Totally.
that one.
That would work too. What are you throwing? Give me that.
If it worked the first time, it's going to work the second time. I'm going to
Throw the sword.
throw the sword again.
All right. Disadvantage roll because it's over 10 feet.
Can I move closer before I throw it?
Yes, absolutely. I'll shift you 5 feet closer, and that puts it at 10 feet. So.
Okay. Turn that on.
Oh, I just realized I'm also on the wrong screen for me. Let me fix that.
So that is going to be 27 damage of force.
I thought you only got to do force once.
I did. It's a new turn.
Yep. It's
Oh, it's once per turn. Okay.
Yeah, he just has to use an action to change, or bonus action to change it or something. Yeah.
Yes.
So 22. All right, so we'll keep that damage, but
27.
Sorry. No. The 22 to hit.
Okay.
We'll keep that damage. That's fine. I do need more than just the one roll though. So that's the first one. Second, I need at least 2 more rolls.
Okay. That's what you meant. My
Yes,
misunderstanding.
you're good.
13
So with
and
a 13, It is actually still able to pass through, and the 14 will hit for... Well, actually, I guess it's a crit failure. I have to stop it there. The 13 is going to kind of hit the orange, and it's going to fall to the ground. I will tell you, technically, it's higher than the DC, but a crit failure is a crit failure. Sorry.
It's what it is.
Yeah, so it falls to the
I
ground.
guess
as
if the
orange.
attack failed to go through, that means I didn't use the ability in the first place. Can I try my second attack and see if
How
I can
does
get
the
through again?
ability read? Is it on hit specifically?
Let me double check the wording before I
Yeah.
make an ass of myself.
No, you're good. Man. Totally good try either way.
As a bonus action, you can choose one creature you see within 30 feet of you. The next time you hit that creature on this attack with a weapon attack, all damage dealt by the attack becomes
All right, we're
force
being a
damage.
little fluid with it one way or another, but yeah, I'll say you can do another attack per action. That's fine. So the 14 continues through. Technically.
So 14 was the last.
So
in
14 is the
chain, but
red again. Yep. So the 16 is the orange. So roll one more time. 24 is the same. Okay, 24 definitely works. All right, so 13 and 14, we're talking 27.
Oh, you don't want me to re-roll the damage?
Do you want to? I mean, 13 and 14 is pretty good.
I'm good with that damage if you're good with that damage.
I'm good
I
with
was
it.
just,
That's fine.
I
gave me the
re-rolled
rolls.
it.
They were good. As
Okay.
long as it hit there, you're good. All right, so we're at yellow barrier. You managed to hit. That was that level HP, and 27 more is this. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right. So it's still standing, but you guys would all see cracks running along the yellow part of the barrier for sure. Almost all of it. It seems as if it will fall apart relatively soon. Definitely another hit like that for sure, but not enough to be like having holes in it or anything. So still somewhat together, but very, very damaged.
Wonderful.
That puts you there. I believe Pleuzac and Mace, you both still have an action. Everything inside still does, I think.
Yeah, everything is so.
So how about this?
I'm
Because
thinking-
Pleuzac is doing
I'll let
fire
the
damage.
fires.
Yeah.
I'll let the fires go. Can
I
I read
figured.
the book?
Yes. Read the book more. Give me another Arcana check, and then roll the fire damage for the. And again, it's 3d6 or 3d8 or whatever. Okay, so a 7 will still give you one entry. Actually, no, hold on. Because, yeah, you're inside maces, because that's 12. Yes, so one entry. 6 more damage. Awesome. 6 damage on
hold
that
on.
layer.
There's one more D8 coming.
Ah, cool.
If I can find the button, there it is. Yeah. Oh man, massive damage.
No. Honestly, that's still pretty good. So hold on. Let's see. That. So at that point, it's at the point that you see kind of almost holes starting to form in that barrier. It is still together, but it is very, very weak. You would definitely believe a hit like that would get rid of it again. A hit like that again would get rid of it. That puts you there. Mace, anything you want to do? And Pleuzac, I will give you the next layer in a second. It's just let Mace do that
Yep.
quick.
I'll probably just huck another firebolt at this.
Yep, go ahead and
I'm
roll
just
for
trying
it.
to think of how to deal with the other ones because
Yep, we'll get
I
there in
mean,
a second.
obviously red has to do with cold.
We'll get there in a
if-
second. Yep. So roll the firebolt for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So firebolt 14 is going to be more than enough. At this
That's the only
point,
max damage, I think.
it might have been.
Yeah, it's max damage.
At this
Nice.
point, the blue will shatter under the firebolt's damage. The fire is still, of course, there. It doesn't seem to be doing much to the other barriers, but that is another one down. Congratulations. So,
Yay.
give me this, and then...
So I'll get rid of bonfire.
Okay. Yep. If it's just dropping it, then that disappears. So you have the green next. Pleuzac, as you read through the book, you are able to learn about the green. The green barrier seems to do poison damage, potentially about 12d6 on a failed save, about half as much on a successful one. The additional effect of this, generally, something like a pass wall spell, or another spell of equal or greater value would open that can open up a portal on a solid surface, would destroy this layer. However, you would notice that this layer seems fluctuating in a weird way. You would think that is not the case in this instance, and would perhaps believe that anything that degrades, poison or acid, or something like that, would perhaps actually serve you well in this instance. Sorry, poison, acid, or necrotic, to be specific. I'll give it to you. But anything that kind of degrades is probably going to serve you better with how this spell currently is.
So I would tell the party, green means poison, right?
Healing magic
Usu-
could work.
Yeah, so usually you would do a pass wall spell for a portal, but we need something that would degrade poison or acid or necrotic to get through this.
Degrade necrotic, so radiant.
Degrade-like might be the better term.
Oh, we need to degrade like necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
Or acid, or... Yeah. Well, I have... I can do some necrotic damage via hex. But
mean,
the
I could
problem
throw-
is...
I
I
could
could
do
throw one of
necrotic
my
damage.
axes that does necrotic damage too.
I could do necrotic damage. That's not a problem.
Because I don't think... maybe you can cast something on the level of Passwell, but I'm kind of tapped out as far as high-level spells go.
Yeah, I can't do pass wall. So I would look at the guys
Or anything
in-
that can
in-
open a portal, technically, Pleuzac, but that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would look at the team and I would say, man, be really nice if we had Valine here.
Oh my gosh.
And I just look in my bag of holding at my book, my research book.
Oh, God. Okay, Pleuzac.
And then I would so what do we want to do here?
Do you have a portrait assigned? You should be able to
No,
just drag it
I'm
up.
not doing that yet.
Okay.
Just because
I
Valine
choose
had
you.
chill touch. She had chill
Oh,
touch.
you're pulling out her spell book. Ah, okay.
I got chill touch. I could do chill touch. I don't think Told Dead would work on this since it's a wisdom save. But yeah, so on my next turn I have stuff to do.
Yes, so that's what I was about to say. Technically, all of you have used your actions. We're going to cycle through to the next turn, so all of you can
Yeah.
do another action if you would like.
And the fox moves.
Okay, that is actually true. We have nothing on the fox yet. Kara, let me move myself back to with you. Okay.
It's kind of pink. It's Pink Panthering its way around.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just put it on camera. So go ahead and move it. Yeah, so as it moves up to the 20 mark there, it would be able to see... This seems almost like a study for high-level mages, would be the best way to put it. The sort of books and kind of level of... The level of... what's the word I'm looking for? Sophistication to the kind of design of a lot of the books and scrolls of this area, and even the lanterns and the layout, the bookshelves, everything seems really high class. And your fox might not be able to tell us as easily, but when it describes it to you, Kara, because I know that at some point you will talk to it, it will basically say something to the effect of, it seems like this is an area for really high class people, or it's definitely the deep library. Maybe it was the more restricted zone.
A lot of comfy chairs, a lot of felt.
Yeah. Maybe people of importance studied here. That's for sure. And you still have another 10 feet if you do wish to move further.
Okay, and it will move into here just to check this spot.
Okay, you have 5 more from there as well.
No, I was here
Oh,
on the corner. That's the 10.
Ah, that's the 10. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's the same thing basically. Nothing of importance there currently that your fox can see. With that, let me move myself once more back over, and then the party starts their next turn. Okay, so yeah, next turn. Again, we're still kind of informal. How do you guys want to proceed?
Chill touch.
Chill touch. Pleuzac, cast chill touch. Go ahead. Gotta hit over a 10, buddy. I think you can do that. Definitely. Fuck yeah. 14 necrotic damage. Jesus Christ. This guy's hitting heavy.
Nice.
I don't know why. What?
Why it works on
Oh,
animate
plus 9.
objects.
Okay, yeah, no. I get it. Looking at the wrong things.
And then that goes down to there. Right? Yes. Okay. So Pleuzac casts Chill Touch. You would watch as the kind of necrotic hand grasps through this green layer, clearly doing damage, and it seems to have cracks running up it quite well now. Almost maybe less than half.
Okay.
Rest of the party. You got anything? I wouldn't
Uh,
waste necrotic stuff.
Yeah, Leif
Um,
says he can't really do any of those things that you said, but he can stand there and give you moral support if he wants.
I will
You
take
can
another
blow at it.
attempt at the force wall.
Okay, Kara, go ahead and roll on that.
First attack, second attack, third attack.
Okay, so that passes, that hits. Go ahead and give me force damage.
Another 27.
So, as you're throwing the sword? Yeah. So, as the sword hits this time, it actually cracks and shatters. And the sword kind of falls to the ground where the yellow barrier used to be. Let me see if I can grab the yellow specifically. I hope this is the yellow. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So, Kara has broken the yellow barrier.
Nice.
Good attacks, Kara. Well, actually, oh yeah, good attacks, Kara. You're good. Pleuzac, you already did
I
your
will recall
thing.
the
Mace, anything else on this turn?
Um,
Yeah, you have the sword. No problem, Kara.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do next. I have no idea how to deal with the green one. I believe is better dealt with by Kara because she can do more necrotic consistently. I believe, as far as I understand.
Pleuzac for sure. I don't know about Kara.
I have my axe that can do 1d4 of necrotic damage.
yes. Okay.
So that's the green one. Orange one, I don't know what the orange one
Right,
is.
take a second to think about it. My dog is losing her mind outside. I'm just gonna go stop her quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Um,
You got anything?
and I
that
don't
does
have any
cold?
cold shit.
No
I don't
cold.
have cold damage.
Necrotic. Okay.
I think if you get it down to the red barrier, and assuming that red barrier is the one that takes the cold damage, you might just need to jump through that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking a similar thing.
I can probably do cold.
Yeah, because I think we can deal with the green and the red because we have cold and necrotic. I have no idea what the orange one might be.
Well, if we're dealing with all the elements as different damage types and colors, blue is cold, green is poison. I'd assume yellow is electricity, red is
think so.
fire. Force damage is usually, I guess, red, and I used fire as orange. But if there was going to be a force damage, I feel like we would have encountered that before hitting cold.
Well, that's what I mean,
'cause
because you were doing force damage with your sword, and the yellow barrier got dispelled.
So the only damage type we haven't encountered is acid, I think.
I think the green one is acid.
I thought the green one was poison.
Oh, okay. Maybe the orange is acid then? And if it's acid, then what do we do with that?
Or we can just wait until I read the book.
Or you could just
Or we
wait
can
until
do
Fred
that,
reads the
yeah.
book. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm just imagining you're going to get to the end of reading through the book, and it's like, to disable the spell, clap twice.
Yeah. You should. It's one of those tests that you read through the whole test first before you start answering questions. The last
Yeah.
test says, last question says, you don't have to do anything. Just answer this one.
What are we thinking, Mace?
We're thinking that we're gonna let Pleuzac read some more book.
Read some more book. Okay, next turn. All right.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, Wolf will continue to Pink Panther, or sorry, Fox will continue to Pink Panther through this library.
Yes, let me just go ahead. I'm not gonna move the camera just yet. That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. It's okay. Right here.
Yep. Just, I do that more as a measure for myself.
Yep, I get you. So, as far as it goes there, nothing really new to be learned. It doesn't quite even see the penguin yet.
It's just trying to be stealthy.
I get
Its
you.
job is not to get caught.
100%. You're fine. 21, I think, is pretty damn good. Okay, so back to the room. Pleuzac, if you're going to read the book, another Arcana check. If you're going to damage the wall, another necrotic colds, or no, sorry, necrotic poison acid roll, whatever.
I guess that's a good question. Do I take down the wall or read the book first? Guess I'll read the book because Kara knows she can do necrotic damage.
All right, give us that Arcana. Ooh, a 20. A 20 will give you 3 entries, my dude. Let me
That's all we have left.
Should be.
Well, we already destroyed a wall that I don't know about.
Well, no, you would have seen it crack and shatter, nonetheless. All right, so for the green, you already know, right?
Yep.
So orange. So yellow, actually, guess you learn it regardless. So yellow,
Right.
you would have learned does 12d6 lightning damage. On a successful save, half as much. And for traditional destruction, would be it is destroyed if it takes at least 60 force damage. The next layer is orange. You would learn that orange does 12d6 acid damage on a failure. Successful save is half as much. The additional effects are traditionally magical ranged attacks cannot pass through this layer, and it is destroyed by any strong wind passing through, such as something created by gust of wind. Red, you would learn, does 12d6 fire damage, half as much on a save. Additional effects, non-magical ranged attacks also cannot pass through this layer. It is destroyed if it takes at least 25 cold damage. You guys are lucky you have magical weapons. So yes, that is Pleuzac's knowledge currently.
I would tell the party, red, cold damage, orange. Yeah. Orange. Where's Mallow? Because he blows.
Just writing
Pretty
orange
suck.
beaten by mallow? Question mark?
He's full of hot air.
Oh, wind. Okay.
Well, I
Pluzak's
don't
champion.
know if this applies, but if it's wind, couldn't Kara just sort of like flap her wings?
I was
That's
willing
a
to
DM
give that
question.
to you guys with enough of a die roll. Yes. She is huge. She can produce plenty of wind.
Kara, we need you to generate wind. Farts.
Who
That's a
has
mallow
beans? And Pluzak's like, I got a special mushroom for that. Hold on.
Goes to throw the mushroom through the wall. It just atomizes before it gets
Yeah, I can only create a puff of wind.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Again, I
I'm
have
Druid Grok.
concepts for all of these that you guys should be able to break through them. So that was one of them in this instance. Yes.
when it comes around to that point, if that information has been shared, Kara will attempt to just create a stiff wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now,
it'll be an
let's deal with
athletics
the
check.
ones that we are pretty certain how to break, I think. Which means I will be granting, I guess, the help action to Pluzak, because I can't do anything.
That's fine. So green layer, help action next turn for Pluzak. Leif says he can't do anything to the green layer. Doesn't think he can do anything to orange. He doesn't think he can do anything to red, so he's just gonna chill. With that, let me. I should have already done. Yes, okay, got it through.
And it's a good thing Leif wasn't here.
Kara, I think we move your fox one more time.
If we've already moved through everything, then yes.
Okay, so give me a momento. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so
Get
go
it.
to the corner.
Okay.
So wait there for just a second.
It's doing like that dog crawl where it's like flat on the ground and just kind of inching forward.
Okay. So at the corner, your fox stops. Not because it doesn't have more movement, it can move more if you would like, but because it would see. Oh, it's technically the wrong layer, but you should still be able to see it. Something on the edge, on the other side of the corner here. It is currently. It seems to be downing potions. You would see one empty bottle, or the fox would see one empty bottle on the floor, and a second bottle in its hand. Currently being consumed. You can try and move the fox closer. It would be able to sniff and tell you what those potions are when it comes back. The fox seems to not currently notice, or sorry, the jackal seems to not currently notice the fox, to be specific. Yeah, that's it. I think that's basically it. Mace, your hex, by the way. 10 minutes? 1 minute? I think that's still on it, technically, and I might need to remove it.
The what?
You
Your hex?
you casted, I
It's
think, a
on
hex
the-
on it or something.
No. I was offering doing hacks, but I
No,
didn't know if it was
no.
gonna work.
When you were fighting the jackal guy last session, you casted something on it. Whether it was hex, I
Hunter's
think it
Mark.
was hex. No, Kara was Hunter's Mark. You weren't. Do you still have access to some sort of a hex or a what Hexblade's curse? Sorry, the Hexblade. Do you have Hexblade's curse or something still? And if so, how long
Hexblade
does it
curse.
last?
Let me check.
Yeah.
No, that should have gone away ages ago.
Is it a minute?
Yeah.
Is a minute. Yes, then it should have gone away at this point. I wouldn't say ages ago, but it should have gone away at this point because you guys are choosing to deal with the shield. You're in real time still, so you're still doing certain things.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, the fox
are the
sees
odds
that.
of being
Do you
able
want
to
the fox to continue moving? Is the question.
Okay, so the jackal is distracted. What are the odds of the fox getting close enough to take the empty bottle and running with it?
That's the question to ask you. You're at what, 15 feet, 20 feet right now, I think.
I used 10 to get here. I have 20 left.
That's your call. If you think you can grab the bottle this turn and maybe start moving and run fast enough, it's a traditional potion bottle, so you think the fox might be able to carry it. Let me see. Is that something I have access to on? I should. Chimeric fox. Hold on. So let me go back to here. One sec. Yeah, the fox would not be encumbered by a single potion vial, so that's up to you. Do you think that it can sneak by?
My question is sneaking by, because I know this thing can see in different phases of alignment, because it was able to see through darkness with no problem.
Was it? I think that you
yeah.
might be remembering wrong. I don't know that it ever actually targeted any of you while you were in darkness.
Could have sworn it did. I might be remembering that wrong.
darkness-
Then I'm operating on the assumption of it doing that.
Yeah, the darkness might not have been fully on the people who were targeted at the time.
When the fox casted darkness.
The fox casted darkness, but it also hit you guys with magic missile the turn after that, I believe it was. Kara was hit, and I believe Leif was hit, but Mace might not have been, who was still in darkness at that time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
It's been a month. My memory.
absolutely,
on that,
that's why I'm
memory of
reminding.
what it was.
That's why I'm giving you that information as opposed to like letting you rely on your memory. So
Do I want to lose my scout by attempting to take something to figure out what it was, or do I want to assume what it was? Does picking up the bottle count as the fox's action?
That would be its action, yes. It's going to have to grab it in its mouth and then start running away. If you wanted to do so in a way that it doesn't block its vision or anything, it's definitely have to be careful enough. I think it would be an action.
Okay.
I guess I could also posit that as I could make you do a roll if you want to maybe not have it take an action, try and just have it be haphazard, but it might blind itself if it grabs the bottle poorly.
If it's a pickup, it's a pickup. It's just a question of whether or not this creature sees me, and it's distracted, so I could use that to my advantage, but that guarantees nothing. So, what I'm going to do is I want to have the little fox kind of burrow and hide itself under this stack of books,
Okay, it can definitely do that.
and it is going to disguise itself under the covers and wait for this thing to walk away, then go for the bottle and leave.
Okay, interesting. All right. So for that turn, it would finish downing its bottle and then toss that bottle aside next to the other one. I guess just for the sake of having it there, so that if you want to grab them in the future, we will just do 2 little bottles. Give me a sec. 1 and 2. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. So Foxboy would see those. Oh, hold on a sec. I'm going to shrink them a little. Foxboy would see those just kind of sitting on the ground there. Jackal standing there. Do you want to do me another stealth with advantage? If the 21 is still higher, then I will let you keep that because you're burrowed in. I'm just gonna have you give me potentially a better hide. So give me that stealth again.
The 21 was better.
So you're 21 still. That's totally fine.
Okay.
In that instance, I will switch us back to the other side.
Okie doke.
Or do you want to come with? Or wrong button.
6-1 way, half dozen the other. If we're not being, if I'm not required to see the other screen, I can still pretty much picture it.
Yeah, as long as you're good with calling Kara out without seeing her. Okay, back on the others. Hide, you boys are back at the top of the turn order. So, any actions? I think it was Mace was helping Pleuzac, so Pleuzac,
Yeah.
if you want to try and do more damage to the green, go right ahead.
Yeah, baby. I don't know why it rolled twice.
Ooh, look at that. I don't
But-
care. You had help. That's why it rolled twice. Crit is big. So that's a 16 and what else? Because I can't tell the others. Oh, no, it was another hit. Damn, okay. What's your total damage, buddy? Because it did not come across at all.
I don't. What
You don't know? Oh, no.
It said NA. Hold on, let me look at the
Yeah, you're good, man. Just
Game
check
log.
the other.
chill touch roll. So it gave me a crit. So I'm looking at
Yeah.
the game log in D&D Beyond.
Yep.
And it says question mark for my chill touch roll.
Alright, so just roll me a crit hit with Chill Touch. You would have had advantage, so it definitely is the higher, which is the crit.
Chill touch is
So 4d8?
2d8, so 4d8.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Wow. What?
That's an 11 total?
horrible.
Okay. That may be a shitty roll, but believe it or not, you hit the exact number for this barrier to shatter.
Oh. thank
Fuck
God.
yeah, bro. Good thing you crit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if I didn't crit, I bet you I could have got 11 still.
Maybe, yeah, honestly. The way that Pleuzac rolls sometimes, absolutely. Alright, so that one is at least done with. Mace helped you. Leif doesn't think he can do anything. Kara, anything you want to try and do to the orange or red walls? That's cold damage as far as you're aware, or a strong wind.
I will try to.
Actually, no,
that,
did
what was
Pleuzac
mentioned.
share that yet? I'm sorry, I might have been presumptuous.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
will attempt to create a wind to dispel the
Alright,
barrier.
so that's going to just be a... Athletics roll. I think you'll be able to do this no problem as a giant, but just give me an athletics roll.
Pop. No, it didn't go. Hang on.
It hasn't gone yet. That's
Click.
okay. 18. Okay, so that will not quite be enough. You do see that the barrier starts to fluctuate under the wind you're generating, but you think it will require a little bit stronger wind to fully
Okay,
break it down.
then I will attempt again on my next turn then.
Yes, absolutely. So we will call that for this turn. We're going to give your fox another turn, unless you just want to leave it there.
If the creature doesn't move, then the fox will remain. It is going
Okay.
to be patient and wait for it to step away. And if it
Absolutely.
eventually does not step away,
So
it'll retreat.
It's not that it doesn't move. It moves about 5 feet closer to your fox and then stops there for a second. And that's about all it does currently. With that, though, then we will go back to the top of the turn order, quote unquote, and that gives you all another action. So, Mace, anything you want to do? Pleuzac, anything you want to do? I'm assuming Kara's probably going to
Top
try
of the
again.
turn
with the wind,
order.
like she
So
said.
we have cold and wind. Yeah, I got nothing for cold and wind damage.
You think it's cold by nature of the book, to be fair. So with an athletics failure,
Yeah, roll the
Kara,
wind
it
check.
does not
Yeah.
seem to do much this round.
Just gonna keep trying.
Pleuzac, would you like to try anything else on the red barrier just to see?
Looking to see what else I may or may not have.
Think back perhaps to what dealt with other barriers as well.
We could do more necrotic damage because that got rid of a barrier that wasn't really
Well,
necrotic.
interesting. But why did it get rid of it? Or do you think, why do you think it did? Is maybe the right question.
It wasn't a. It's like a corrupt spell. The wall, right, is kind of not complete. So the damage from necrotic probably broke through the wall.
Okay. All right. Do you want to give that a try then? You'll have to do 2 attack
Yeah.
rolls to see if it passes through the first and makes it to the second.
Well, I have control water, but we don't have any water in here. Guiding bolt is radiant. Okay.
Kara, quick, get wet.
Oh. She is a giant, so
I have to pay.
Just pee on it. Like,
If we're gonna go that route, just get Leif and a brigade of the Leifettes to fire hose it.
all right, let's see. So that's the first wall getting through, right? Because it's.
Yep.
You said a 10.
Yep. So go ahead and roll another hit.
Yikes.
18 will still hit the second wall. So Chill Touch does necrotic damage, correct?
Yes.
It will not seem to do anything to the red wall. Or the orange wall.
Okay.
Anything you
Chill
want to do,
touch
Mace?
is not cold damage.
Yes, I know, but I
Oh.
was telling him that, based on what you guys have experienced, it's not
Yeah,
like
no,
that
I'm
necessarily is 100% what's going to do it, right? So, anything you want to do, Mace?
Try a different magic type.
Uh, um, I don't think I have very many at my disposal.
Try
Any
what you got, man.
cantrips that
What's the worst
do-
that happens?
So, I mean, no, this is not
Oh,
not
you
gonna
could do
work.
fire with fire, right?
Yeah,
Right?
let's
That's
make
the
the
thing.
world bigger.
People
Let's
fight
try that.
fire with fire.
Um, I wait. Hold on.
I'm holding on. I'm waiting.
Uh, nope, that's not gonna work there. Okay.
I will say, I love the part of D&D where it's like, All I've done is stick literally a rainbow of walls in your way. We've spent 2 hours trying to figure out how to get through it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what? I just for shits and giggles because I know it's probably not going to work. I'm gonna try to cast prestidigitation on the fucking firewall or like the red wall,
Oh, okay. To
and I'm
do
gonna
what?
try to chill it.
Does it do chill damage? Or
No, it does no damage at all, but it can chill objects.
it actually, you know what? So here's the thing: you chill it as much as you seem to be able to with prestidigitation, and you would be able to tell the chill actually seems to do nothing. And I don't mean that in terms of like, haha, it's too weak. No, you would believe that if what Pleuzac said about it doing cold damage, you would expect the wall to at least seem to have some sort of ripple or effect, as if, maybe like a small stone in a pond. It does nothing. You think that maybe, much like other walls, that's not actually the correct condition for this wall.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's always a good try, anyways.
At least worth something, right?
Yeah. So that'll be it for me, I guess.
Alrighty. So Pluzak, I think you already finished the wall this turn. Leif doesn't think you can do anything. Kara, you gave the failure this turn. That was right? Yeah.
That was this turn.
So then let's cycle to another turn, but you get to do your fox again. So let me pop us back over there, because something might happen. You never know. Let me...
He's
fucking-
just like
you-
waiting for it to leave.
You're already there. Okay, so... Kara, in this instance, like I said, the fox had moved this way at the end of last turn. It didn't do anything at the end of last turn. However, this turn, you would notice that it seems to, or at least the fox would notice, it seems to just vanish in place there. And that's the last thing that you're, of course, able to see of it. Anything you want the fox to do?
Can you smell it?
Perception check, I guess? Let me open up that. Okay, so you would have a perception +3. Give me a perception check. 16.
15.
Then yes, he would not necessarily be able to smell exactly where it is, but it seems to still smell of that direction.
Okay.
Of course, it still
it-
has to explain all this to you once you meet it, so just keep that in mind. But that is it. Keep it there.
Yeah, it's going to remain where it is in its little hidey hole.
Awesome. Absolutely. So let me move myself back over. Okay, so we have 2 walls remaining, and I should have cycled. Yes, I did. So, actions for everybody. What do we want to do?
Repeat the futile attempts to huff and puff and blow the wall down.
Absolutely. Athletics check. This is a strength-based thing. You should. There we go. Kara finally bats her wings with excessive force. You actually almost start to move yourself backwards, and you're like hunching yourself to be more aerodynamic, so it doesn't seem to, put as much strain on your body. And the wind that you produce is enough to finally dissipate the orange circle.
Finally relaxes her wings. She's like, holy shit, that sucked.
Absolutely. So you guys just have this kind of reddish barrier between you and Kara at this point. Pluzak, Mace, anything you want to do?
Cold doesn't work. We know necrotic doesn't.
I did create bonfire.
Okay, take another bonfire. Let me pop that fucker here. Pluzak, go ahead and roll fire damage.
Already did. 12.
I didn't see it. Thank you. 12 damage. So, as the fire pops below, you would watch as the red barrier begins to crack. It
What?
doesn't seem halfway broken, but close to it.
Fight fire with fire.
Okay, but then I have a question.
That's why necrotic damage worked against the acid wall or the poison wall, because it like disintegrates an object. So same damage type, kind of.
Close enough.
Then why did fire work against the ice wall?
Because the spell is corrupt. It's not fully functioning, right? So that's why it's a little off.
I'm glad Pleuzac actually understands. 100%, bro.
But all of the wolves
It's
occupy the
old.
same space. Fire would have affected both of them at the same time.
Magic doesn't go
Too deep into
through
it.
the orange wall.
There it is.
So even though since it was magical fire, it doesn't go through the orange wall.
Until I broke the orange wall. Now it
Until it
goes
broke.
through.
Yeah.
I suppose that makes sense. Okay, well,
I tried.
in that
I
case,
tried. All right, so good start. Please, sorry, Mace. Anything you want to do, knowing that information? There it
Yep.
is. 12 will definitely hit. 16. 16 damage is going to be enough that it will shatter under the firebolt, and finally, you will all be freed. Congratulations,
So-
everyone.
you
So
better
zombie
keep that
came
book.
back, right?
Yes, he came back once you broke the innermost wall.
And Mace is still blinded.
Mace is not blinded.
That
He
was
passed
undone.
the check. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at this point, all that seems to have happened is time has been lost.
Yeah,
And
and spells.
Leif is at low HP.
Yeah. I could actually give Leif a little bit more. I forgot I'm using my moon sickle,
So here's
which
what we're
allows me to give an extra D4 on
do
healing
it.
spells.
Do it. Roll the die. It would have been
So
part of it.
with-
That's fine. Nothing has
I'm-
changed in how that would have affected anything. So I think that's fine.
I am still within the hour of having cast Hunter's Mark, so I still have a
Correct.
general sense of which way
Correct.
our foe is.
Yes. The reason that was the reason I asked if you guys wanted to wait it out. Essentially, was to see if that was going to be, that had a length to the spell. So whether
how
or
long?
not. That's
Says
something
we
by
had no
studying
way
the
of
book.
knowing.
When you get to the point
Oh,
where
okay.
you can cast the spell, I will be able to tell you how long that sort of stuff would have lasted. With what you learned, I figured you were focusing on how to resolve the spell, so not something Pleuzac currently knows, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, very cool though. So that puts us. I'm going to put us back at the top of the turn order. Kara, we will do one round with the fox. Un momento. All right. So I'm not going to switch myself. Essentially, the fox would see no difference. If you wish to sniff again, do another perception +2 or whatever it was, +3.
So
Perception
plus a
+3.
3. A 10.
With a 10, the fox would not be 100% sure that the jackal is in the same area. The smell has seemed to have drifted closer, but it doesn't think that it's past him. It's still just in the general area of where the fox is.
Okay.
Um,
So
let's
I guess
flip
I have a
that.
question here that
Go for it.
determines what I do.
Yep.
Would the fox be able to go through the this side of the bookshelf into this hole and then travel this way?
Into this hole. What is the hole thing again?
I've got a draw line. Well, I had a draw line, but go into that and travel down to this
Why are you going north?
because that's the closest opening. go down to
Sorry,
that.
I didn't see that as actually in the floorboards. That is technically what it is, but I'm just going to say that the floor is completely put together here, just for ease
Okay.
later.
No worries.
It can go through the bookshelf. That would not be too much of an issue, and you can absolutely start moving south.
Because it was more
The
of a
fox would
question.
believe that at that point it might enter the penguin's line of sight.
Yeah, but at this point, it's more of a fight or flight instinct for it, and it feels like it's getting closer. Hmm.
Penguin's blind, bro.
I know it's blind, but it's got blind sight. Fox is going to scoot out this way. I'm going to
just,
take the
go ahead
risk.
and move it
I'm
the
gonna
30.
Take the
movement.
risk, and it's going to action dash to get 60.
Okay, go for it.
And it is essentially going to be able to get to here.
Okay, absolutely. At that point, the group would get another set of turns. So what do you guys want to do? The mummy
Kara's
would start
heading
to
towards
wander
the
off. I
fox?
should tell you. 5. Hold on. 5, 10, 15. It would just start to wander back to kind of the direction it came from, you would believe. Pleuzac, bonfire stay?
Now I'd pop it off.
Yeah, I figured. Just wanted to ask before I deleted
Yeah,
it.
we're kind of surrounded by paper.
So,
Can I put the tome in my bag of holding?
Absolutely,
And is it
yeah.
called anything in particular that I should?
I would just call it the Prismatic Wall Grimoire, or Tome, your call. Whatever's easier for you to spell. But basically, magic book about Prismatic Wall.
The subtitle, Ink with all the
Prismatic.
colors of the wind.
And then next long rest, you can probably study that to be, learned in some way or another. And then from there, I guess the group's probably going to try and move towards the north door. Is that right? Do you want me to just skip the 2 turns and move you to the next map, or do you guys want to do healing? What's the plan?
I want to assume that the fox will get back to me beforehand. So
If you wait for
people
it-
are healing,
How do you want to do that?
you guys need to turn to heal.
I guess Leif will say, he'll do a quick second wind. 1d10 plus 10 for him. So he gets 14 back. Not terrible.
How far is he from max? I'm assuming pretty far.
You would
Pretty far, yeah,
believe
he went
just by...
down.
You know what? Give me a medicine check, Pleuzac. We're going to make you use your skills.
Okay.
You learned
good.
something. Let's see how good it is. Oh, damn. He's 26 out of 104 HP. Literally down to the exact number.
Just put my hand down him and I go, okay, my friend.
You're in the shit.
Um,
I love that. Pleuzac is like, I know exactly how much health you have now.
Done.
also,
write that shit in your notes.
inflict
Leif has
wounds.
104 HP. Oh, God.
Okay, so
You've learned enough with that roll to adjust your crasses if you want.
yeah,
Oh, God. Seriously, I'm assuming you're going to heal him, though, so...
yeah. Just looking, see what I want to do. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
cure
fully know his
poison.
blood type.
Yeah.
Sperm count.
Exactly. He is indeed fertile. And Pleuzac knows that all too well as one of the turtle kind as a healer.
Exactly.
So he gets 23 more health.
Beautiful. All right. So we're gonna heal that.
We're all missing some HP, right?
Technically.
Yeah.
Okay, then that makes this a little easier. I'm just gonna use a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
I'm not.
And I'm going
I'm
to
not.
do Prayer
You're
of
not.
Healing.
So go ahead and roll prayer of healing for us, and let's see what we get. 12 healing for everybody. Is that how I'm reading it?
Yeah.
Okay.
would
Leif
like to
is doing
assume-
much better. He's over half.
I would like to assume, since we took the time to do that, the fox would have made it back to me.
Prayer
It
healing's
will
a
make it
minute.
back to you.
Yeah,
This,
prayer
you
healing
you'll
takes
have
that while,
it
but
being able
yes.
to run to you this turn. So yes. What does that mean? What does that mean, Claw? Prayer of healing takes a while. Is it a
Takes a
ritual
minute.
for you?
No, it takes a minute.
It takes a whole minute?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. I need to add that to the turn counter is all. So if it takes a whole minute, that's going to be 10 more rounds. Is that correct? Before
Yep.
I commit to this, am I... that correct? Casting time 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Holy moly. I thought it was a minute.
Okay, Claw, do you want to commit to this? Are we gonna spend 10 minutes doing your prayer of healing?
We don't have to.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
just
Yeah,
off-
that's you and the party. The reason I'm asking is, the creature gets 10 minutes if you spend those 10 minutes. I just need to know if that's a thing.
You know what? You're right. We're kind of against the clock right now, and since barely even maybe over a minute passed when we're dealing with those barriers, I think this would be a massive waste of time. So I'm just not gonna do it.
Okay. Alright, so if we're not doing that, then you still have your action, but I'm going to remove the healing from Leif at least. The rest of you should remove the 12 that Mace rolled as well.
Okie dokie.
What you still have an action though, Mace, if you want to do something else.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll just use my action to kind of get further ahead and try to
Okay, totally.
be the front line for the
That
group.
works. Leif, you would say, is still almost a half, a little less than. He's still kind of bloodied technically, but he's doing okay. So yeah, totally fine. You move up. I guess everyone has movement, so Leif will also move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Pleuzac, if you want to move, you can as well. I think the zombie, or the mummy will just continue to move away from you guys. The fox, to your point, Kara, would come back to the map. It has 20 feet from the edge of the map here if you want it to move at all towards you.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be still full-on sprinting, so it's gonna get the 20 here and the remaining 40 to wherever it needs to go.
20, you're right. Okay, so that, and then let me turn you back to us, so everyone's together. Did that not work? Oh, that didn't work at all. Fuck,
The token
cancel.
got deleted.
Yes, I deleted the token on purpose, but
Okay.
give me a sec. Close this. I don't know why it did that, but that's fine. We're gonna have it do what it does. Kara, take you back to there. Does that work? Did that work? You back with the others?
I am back in the main page, yes.
Yes, okay. Cool. Alright. So, yes, so your fox would make it to you, for sure.
So it would get back to me, and because I checked it ahead of time, Speak with Animals does not require concentration, so I can maintain
Totally.
Hunter's Mark.
It just takes the spell slot, I think.
It just takes a spell slot.
So go ahead and cast that, and you're good.
Yep.
It would tell you everything in detail that it saw. I don't mind. That's totally fine. So you learned everything that it saw over there.
So Scrivenscry drank at least 2 potions of an unknown variety, and then cloaked itself. It is invisible to the naked eye. And it was deep into the library on the left side last it was seen.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Well, if it's invisible, it can't stay invisible forever. What is that spell? Did I get rid of it? I think I did. I did. Can you still track it while it's invisible?
I have advantage on tracking, but that doesn't guarantee I can find it while it's invisible. If I get close enough to it, I can detect it via blind sight, but that is no guarantee.
Well, and invisible doesn't mean stealth. It can still make noise.
Yep.
I mean, I guess we gotta go in, right?
I think so.
Is there any exits?
Not that I saw.
I mean,
not
other
that
than he
not
could
that was
teleport.
seen. Yeah, not that was seen. This looked like the sole physical way in and out. Emphasis on the word physical.
Right, because he can teleport.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to think if there's anything.
Take your
anything
time,
I
guys.
can do.
Figure it out. I'm doing something in the background anyway.
I'm in favor of just running straight in and me being the bigger target, soaking up whatever its first attempt at retaliation is and allowing you guys the opportunity to move.
So, just because you've seen it, Kara, I will warn you, you know that you can fit in the entrance and probably some areas of the mid of the map without impediment, but moving along some of the tighter
Sides.
west and east sides would be definitely harder for you. By nature of the fox explaining, of course, but yeah.
That is until we cast freedom of movement on Kara.
Yeah, I don't think that works by nature of space.
I mean, I don't know. I assumed it was difficult terrain at that point, so.
Actually, I guess that's fair. That is how that would work. But I don't know.
Glitching into the unknown.
By nature of prone, I guess technically prone works different than, does it? I don't. Fuck. Now I'm not sure. Crawler spend an amount of movement equal to half your speed. Yeah, it's technically not difficult movement. It's just you have to spend half your speed to move. That's weird, but it is also, it works for how I want it. So fuck you.
I don't know, stick to the middle if I want full movement. If I go in end to end to any of the sides, I'm restricted.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, basically. All right. So, do you guys want to just move to the next map? What's the plan here? I can put you next turn and just put you next map. So
Yeah. How long
Go
does
get her,
this
Zof.
last? This lasts
Go
one
get her.
minute.
go get her.
All right. So we want Kara to be the test dummy.
I guess that's one way to put it.
Okay. So before we go in there, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Kara. You hear that, Kara?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
roll that for me, Fred,
'Kay.
because I might need it in a minute.
So Sanctuary, don't attack. Just
And I
wait
can't
to
be attacked.
Well, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
So they have to pass a DC 17. So if they pass that, then you get hit. But we're going to use it to draw him out to you, right? Where you
Mhm.
potentially won't get hit. Potentially. Won't get hit initially. And
Interesting.
then
Okay.
once he does cast something, he should become visible, right? Or he attacks, he should become visible at that point.
I'm down. That seems like a good idea. Let's do it.
All right.
And
So here's what I'm
we
gonna
can
do.
block the doorway here.
First and foremost, all of you place yourself on the south end of this screen. Kara will be ahead of you guys by what you're saying.
I think I buried somebody. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was Leif. It's okay. So Pleuzac, go ahead and put yourself down, and it will just be the four of you. Kara, you'd be able to see the penguin over the most of the shelves. No one else would. And you are still limited to half your movement speed currently. Again, if you're moving through the middle where you can see there are no shelves in your way, that's fine. Once you start passing this shelf to go through here, I'm on the
Then
wrong
I
fucking
will-
thing. So that would be a proper 20. To move past these would be half speed.
Half movement. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So you can do another 10, I believe.
Yeah, no, that would allow me to get to basically.
So at this
here.
point, though, I would like to ask, please roll initiative. I'm not necessarily going to use it till you start the fight, but I'm going to at least have it now, if that makes sense. Pleuzac coming in strong, as he always does. Leif, initiative. Okay. At least Leif's kind of close to you, bud.
I love low initiative.
I know, it actually works very well with your character. Mace, initiative, please.
Yeah.
18.
There we
Ooh,
go.
beating Kara. Nice.
Really? It's an 18.16 for me.
Get Kara beat
Oh,
me
were you
without-
18? Oh, I'm sorry, for some reason I
Yeah,
misread
it's
it.
a flat 18.
I misread yours as 16. Okay, yeah, you are the 18. You are higher, so that puts you at the 19, technically, to make sure you first. Cool. Okay, awesome. That's actually probably, like, the best setup for the party. Okay, cool. So you guys are good on that front. Again, Kara can move forward. You guys can be pretty free until combat starts, but that is going to be the initiative once it does.
Going to get to here and try to use a perception check
Go ahead and roll
to
it.
see if I can locate what's his nuts
Go ahead and roll it.
using Hunter's Mark. Come on, do it. You can do it. Hit the fucking button. Do I have advantage because of Hunter's Mark, or is it canceling out invisibility because of Hunter?
It would be just a normal roll because it'll cancel the invisibility. Yeah. Well, actually, no. Hold on. He set a DC by invisibility. Roll advantage. I think makes more sense.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll a second time.
That's fine. Okay. So you don't seem to be able to pick anything in particular up. You know it's probably in this room, but you don't know where.
Okay. All right, so that was half my movement, and then
Yep. So you can get to there.
that'll get me to
and
there.
If you go to there, you are prone. Keep that in mind because you have to crawl through those shelves.
I can't like shimmy past everything, like just be kind
No,
of like
you're
on a
going to be
diagonal.
prone by the nature of how I'm doing it. So if
Okay.
you don't want to use that 10 feet, you can be up on your knees back where you were.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Yeah, so you're just not deep in the shelves yet. That's totally fine.
Yep.
Totally works. Okay, so that's Kara. If we're going in order, then it would be Mace next. But again, you guys can kind of move freely because combat is not truly started yet.
I don't want to stay at the entrance because I don't want him going out this way past us.
I should do that.
And I
Yeah,
want
why
him
not?
to go after Kara initially, right?
Okay. Okay.
So Kara hasn't found him so far?
Not yet.
Kara hasn't had anything happen yet. Yeah.
Right.
Right, and Hunter's Mark, I'm assuming, went out.
No,
So,
it's still
again,
active. It doesn't
yeah.
give me his exact location. It gives me his It helps me track him.
It literally gives her
Basically.
advantage on tracking him. So that's why she had advantage on that perception check. But
Oh,
with
really?
it,
I
she
thought
still
Hunter's
couldn't tell where
Mark
it
just
was.
gave you the exact location.
No.
No.
Go ahead and reread it. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that we're doing it the right way.
I don't
Maybe newer editions of it
True.
do, but the legacy version of it does
It's just
not.
to advantage to track, yeah.
know. Yep, no, you are correct. Well, at least the 2024 version says advantage, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So, in that instance, do you guys want to move at all? I guess that's what it comes down to. I think Leif will try and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll just stay next to Kara, just to at least be able to help if necessary.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a similar thing. Because at least that way those two are in my aura, and if anything happens, it's
I
okay.
presume, by
I
the way,
will-
Kara, the
I
fox
will
is
say-
safe on you again.
Yes,
Right.
I will say, like it's buried under a pauldron somewhere.
That's fine. I just want to make sure.
I will say it might be wiser not to bunch up because this is a spellcaster, which means there is the potential for fireball, which means if we're in a cluster, it's gonna bomb.
Leif would argue that Mace
Hallucinatory
can help you guys
terrain.
dodge it, potentially. So cluster might not be terrible. Your call,
Okay.
but just pointing it out.
I'm just throwing out prior knowledge of how this thing was fighting.
Agreed. I'm just pointing out as well. Devil's advocate for devil's advocate, right? So.
Alright,
and
so
Pleuzac,
are
you
we-
staying there? What's the plan there?
Yeah, I'm staying
I wanna
entrance.
redo my nails soon. Okay. Yeah. So Pleuzac's gonna chill there. That's gonna roll us up to the next, unless anyone has any actions they're looking to do.
Nope, but I am moving out my next distance,
Go
I
for it.
guess.
Yep.
And that's gonna. That's half my movement because.
Yep.
Current.
So are you
condition.
laying kind of behind the table? You trying to take cover? What's the plan there?
I'm basically just. I don't want to say I'm just like straddling the table, but
Kind of like over it.
over it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, is that, were you hiding behind it or were you over it? So if you're over it, that's fine. Totally cool.
So it's gonna get me to about here.
Yeah, so you're not trying to be stealthy, correct?
I am by no means trying to be stealth.
Yeah.
I barely
So,
fit in this place as
At
it
this
is.
point, you
Stealth
would
is not an issue.
notice the penguin at top clearly sees you moving to that position, and it starts squawking.
How long does talk with animals last? Hang on a sec.
Go ahead and
Minute,
check.
I think.
You cast it
Minute or
around
10.
15 or
That will-
16, so
It
it's
lasts for
around
10
20 now.
minutes.
So you're totally fine. You can theoretically talk towards the penguin if you want. It does speak common as well, I think. But I don't know.
But if you said
that
it
you
was
were on that.
squawking specifically, so
It
I'm,
is squawking
I'm
currently. It's just making noise, essentially.
okay. Then that defeats my idea here. I thought I'd be able to speak in a way that it wouldn't.
No. You can speak. It is an animal. It is still a beast. You can speak with animals, I will give you that.
Okay, so
It's just it also speaks common with how it works. So Leif spoke common with it telepathically. You can speak with animals if you truly wish to. It's going to be squawking back, which will let the other thing know you're talking, but it works by the spell.
I mean, I don't care if it knows I'm there. So Kara will say out
Hold on,
loud.
hold on a second.
Nothing.
Ooh. Okay, Pleuzac.
Okay, never mind. I just want to make sure that it wasn't going to affect Sanctuary, and it's fine. It doesn't affect
Not
Sanctuary.
attacking anything so far as I'm
Totally
aware.
fine to
I thought
check.
that was
No,
Yeah,
totally fine to
it
check.
just says cast a spell that affects an enemy or
Yep.
deals damage to
Totally
another
fine to check.
creature.
Absolutely.
So
Go ahead,
it's
Kara.
not
What were you
really
going to say?
affecting an enemy.
Kara will say, for the moment, I can understand your native tongue.
No questions or anything? You're just saying that out loud, or?
Out loud, because I needed to acknowledge that at
Yeah,
first.
it just continues to squawk, I guess. It looks at you. It's kind of confused, but it just continues to squawk. It's not doing more than making noise right now. It's not even speaking its native tongue. It's just screaming, kind of like if someone was going ah 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 ah.
Alarm.
It's just doing it.
Is he near you right now?
Okay, so it would hear you squawk that, and it would like kind of stop for a second and look at you quizzically, and it would say,
No! He's away! He's still close, but said to say when I see you by making noise. So I'm making noise. Wah, 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 wah.
By all means, continue, but if you see him,
I can't see him.
He has no eyes.
if you sense him,
I can't sense him.
you
Not
cannot.
near me. Spoke from my right. Ah, 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 ah.
And that'll be enough for now.
Yep.
absolutely. So it just continues to squawk into the night. Anyone
And
else want to move? Or anything?
Kara will, like, low enough so that other people can see behind her. She'll point generally off into this direction.
Absolutely. Okay.
Because he said to his right, that's his right.
Yep. No, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So anyone else want to move? Do any actions?
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead, Mace.
Dashing. Look at this boy. He
I
fucking
mean,
running.
unless there's any reason for me to not do it.
Go for it.
Sure.
Nothing
either way,
seems to
yeah.
impede you at the minimum. So
Maybe there's a tome that you touch and get in prison.
Maybe there's the
Landing.
scroll that has the Rask written on it, and I stumble upon it.
This is not the room.
by Kara's vision,
Maybe. Yeah. Anyways, I'll dash over there. Do I see anything in this section?
no. Not currently.
Okay. Anyway, that'll be me.
Absolutely. Pleuzac, anything you want to do movement-wise? Leif is going to catch up to Kara.
No.
Okay. Pleuzac stays. So let me cycle. And we're at the top of the next turn. The penguin's still squawking. I'm going to quickly run upstairs and refill my water, though. If anyone needs a break, go ahead now. I'll be back.
The thing wasn't undead, right? The jackal.
We don't know. I'm pretty sure it's at least a fiend.
Because if it's undead, I can sense it within 60 feet. That would be all the way up to you, Kara.
Well, I mean, you could always ask him when he gets back if this thing is undead or not. But that means you would have also known previously.
I don't think he's undead. It's probably a demon or a fiend. I'm thinking Rakshasa or something similar. Although
the giant
perhaps
centipede
Rakshasa
thing?
would be a little. Huh?
The giant centipede thing?
No, the giant tiger humanoid thing.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of Yugoloth.
No, I was thinking of like the giant worm thing that we fought in the cave. Remerays. That's what I
Remoras,
was
yeah.
thinking of.
Remoras, yeah. Yeah, Rakshasas are demons, I think. And the.
Alright.
No, but he wouldn't have told us the truth in that case. Rakshasas lie. But it's
Well, I mean,
probably something similar.
pretty sure all demons lie. I'm pretty sure it's at least
Actually,
a feed.
most demons will just leave the truth out, not directly lie to your face.
So they're lawful fairy.
Kinda.
What
Fey
am I
magic
coming
is
back
actually
to?
quite close to demonic magic.
You
True.
came back to us trying to figure out what this thing actually is.
Okay, gotcha.
Um,
All right.
do we
So
know
anyway,
if it's undead or not?
I mean, you guys haven't done anything that teaches you that, I don't think.
Okay. Um,
I mean, I could always
whose
ask.
turn is it?
I think it's free action. In terms of Mace went up to look, he didn't see anything. Kara, Leif still haven't done anything. Pleuzac hasn't done anything.
So, I have an opinion.
Okay, those are possible to do something.
Why don't we just kidnap the penguin and go? Because
It's stopping us.
if
from
he's
doing
gonna stop
exactly
us, he's
that.
gonna show, and you know, we know that he's not gonna find whatever he's looking for here. So leaving him here doesn't really do any harm.
So you're
And we
doing the
free a
whole
penguin.
villain thing, right? Take the ones
What's
he
that?
loves.
Love is a strong word here.
Yeah, I think the penguin is just there because he's been like conditioned, you know?
We don't know.
We know he's trying to escape.
I mean, I would escape too. I don't love this guy.
But regardless, if it's back up to the top of movement and free action talk and all that, I'll ask Kingsport, what exactly is your master?
Sorry, I'm sneezing up a storm. You said, what exactly is your master?
Yes.
He would tell you. Excuse me, as I still continue to sneeze.
Yep.
He would say,
He's an Arclinathoth.
and I'll, because I know that I pronounced that wrong. Give me a second.
Arcanoloth?
Yeah, that thing. Man, I'm sneezing like crazy.
Bless you.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Give me a second.
Oh, that answers what that is.
Is it undead?
No.
My plan.
Oops.
Okay.
But it is a demon.
It's a fiend. If
Fiend
Kara
demon.
knows that, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see.
Kara may or may not know that. Chris knows that.
Chris knows everything. I mean, let's be real here.
I don't know everything. I've been
Yeah, know it
surprised a
all.
couple of times.
A handful. Over 7 years.
That's still truth.
Okay, so do we have anything demon specific other than smite?
Bless you.
Bless you.
I will also add it's a special Arcana lock, because, I've been running them a little different, so you're aware of that too.
All right, so I'm allowed to move. All right, now let me get to there. So I'm forgot to marker on for sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's more appropriate for sanctuary. Yeah, there we go.
I'm staying in my spot. Still trying to think of something I could do.
All right. Okay, so Leif will also move this turn. 25. All right, so any actions any of you wish to do?
Is the cart anywhere visible?
Yeah, behind the penguin.
Okay.
I used all my movement to get to here. I'm not necessarily taking the dodge action because I'm counting on sanctuary. And if I get hit by something that's under the terms of it goes through sanctuary, dodging is not going to help me anyway. least I don't think it is. I will, in speaking languages to animals, just basically tell Kingsport, it's like, well, if we can't find your master, we're just going to take you with us so you're free of him.
We'll need to kill Master first. He won't let me go.
And with that, it is going to be the top of the turn order if no one else has any action to take. Is there anything else?
I don't think
No,
so.
but I do want to tell Kara that she can still dodge because it would first have to get through the wisdom save, right? And then it would have to actually hit you.
Then I'll dodge.
Okay, you can dodge. That's totally fine. Give me 1 second.
Unless it's a DC check. And dodge is not going to do anything.
That's fair. We can all dodge, technically.
Sorry. So, about what you said, Fred.
It's a DC check. Knew it.
I
Gotta.
need both Kara and Mace. Please make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna have
okay.
this be base because I kind of want to see what happens.
You guys can get
I
charmed.
think I'm
Actually,
pretty,
hold on. What's
pretty
the?
safe.
You know what? Just give me the saves. Let's see what happens.
18.
18 for Kara, 31
Because
for
I
Mace.
double hit it.
Okay.
31 for
Mace, give me one more saving throw. We're gonna do disadvantage because it's hidden from you.
Disadvantage, okay.
Yeah, kind of. There's an interesting narrative point that could happen. I'm gonna see if we can push it.
But he does
So
have
a
alert.
22 would still be enough. So, Mace,
I
you
get
would
fucked. Got
feel
it.
a instance by which you are almost pulled to another realm. You quickly kind of, you know, what's the best way to put it? You put up your magical defenses, and you find that you are able to resist. Kara, however, with an 18, you are just barely not able to, and you are going to disappear. However, I might have. Did I put Mace accidentally? I might have put Mace accidentally. Sorry, Mace. Hold on 1 second.
No, no. I'm good.
You're on? Okay, never mind. Okay, so Kara disappears with a pop. Kara, we're going to do something with you in a second. Mace, you feel a strong pulling sensation to Kara as she disappears, but because you are able to resist, you maintain in this realm. As it cost him an action to do, I need to put this on the token layer. So Mace, you would see the jackal-like creature pop into existence over here to your west. However, this is the top. Sorry. So this is the top of the turn order. So you will have something that you can do here in a second. Kara, in your instance, I need you to put yourself. Hold on 1 second. Kara. Put
Actually,
yourself
this
to the
isn't-
south of this map, please.
I was about to say, this is a very interesting concept because I just realized
Yes,
what
it
happened.
really is, isn't it? When I saw it had this spell, I figured I was gonna fucking use it somehow. This is how it's getting used. Okay, so Kara is gone. Mace, you see the jackal, and we're going to go into turn order as of now. So the first and foremost thing that happens, because Kara is the first, let me put myself on the map with you. Un momento. Okay. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. Actually, what? I'm gonna put all of us there. Because
Oh man, is this just
why
going
not
by
let?
those rules?
Yeah, why not let everybody see, right? Why did it not go? There we go. So, Kara,
Okay.
you find yourself sitting outside of a wooden cabin. It's quite large, enough so to probably contain, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 people. It seems oddly familiar to you, but with your lack of memories, you can't quite say for sure. Anything you want to do?
I want to see if I can smell alcohol.
Oh, of course. It is absolutely not only in the air, but it is rife throughout the building.
Ah,
It
Fuck,
smells like home, if I was to be honest.
yeah, I just got banished back to fucking. I got sent back to Valhalla.
Oh, God.
Seems like Valhalla's seen better days.
It's a cabin.
Kara is just gonna sigh, walk up, open the door.
Yeah, so you open the door and you find yourself in a singular room. Let me just unveil this room for you. So you open the doors and you find yourself in somewhat of a den. There's a fire pit being tended by a singular woman, and this woman seems oddly familiar to you. Not only is she familiar, but her visage is very similar to that of one that you have seen since you've lost your memories. One Sangrather.
Are you actually Sangrafir, or are you
Oh!
Loki?
Oh! Kara?
Hi.
Why are you... Your head barely fits through the door.
Some stuff's happened.
Clearly! Rhoda! And you would quickly hear thudding as, some sort of action is occurring in another room. And
Just watching
someone
cutlery and shit
bursts
fly
out
in
of
the
this
background.
door, a massive axe in hand, as she turns towards you, poised to throw it.
I mean, you can. It's not gonna make a difference, but just looking at like, I could use a drink. I'll be out here.
Then Rhoda kind of puts the axe down. Kara? Do you mind explaining what has happened to you since I last saw you? Because, you were normal last we met.
You're all grown up now.
Yeah, about that drink. Sits down.
Yeah, okay. So Rhoda will look back towards Sangrathir, and that's where we're going to stop Kara's bit for now.
Yep.
So let's move the group back to here. So for the rest of you, we go back to the next in the turn order, who is Mace. What do you want to do, Mace?
Okay. So, having learned my lesson, what I'm going to do personally is go right up to this guy.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my first attack to grapple him, with an emphasis on keeping his mouth shut.
Interesting. Okay, hold on. I need to read something. Okay, go ahead and roll a grapple check.
Okay, that's athletics, yeah?
Athletics, yes.
Okay. 12. Probably not gonna be enough.
Yeah, you wouldn't have advantage, right?
It's disadvantage actually. It was from last roll. Either way, it would be a bad
It would
roll.
be the first roll, though, so it would still be the
Yeah.
12, right? Okay, so with a 12, it will surpass you. It manages to not allow itself to be grappled, but as that is only one
That's okay.
attack per action, you still
Yeah.
have another shot if you want to.
Do exactly the same. A little better.
18. Oof. Yeah, so it just barely manages to overcome you.
Damn it.
Yeah, so it wiggles out of your hands, but you believe you almost had it. But otherwise, it kind of turns to face you and hisses at you.
That's okay.
Any bonus actions?
No, I'm running low on spell slots anyways, so I think I'm gonna abstain.
Okay, so at this point, it would be the penguin's turn, and it just continues to shriek as it's been doing. So it's going to continue doing that, and then it would be Leif's turn. Leif will do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here, and he will summon an echo in between you and it, because I know how Leif operates. I'm on the wrong screen. To here with a... Oops. Come on. There we go. Nope. This one. And then he'll probably swing twice, if I had to guess, with advantage, as he does. Crit and a hit. Okay, so 19 and 17. Definitely good hits. Very good hits indeed, as he carves into this thing. And it will take that damage. Pleuzac, your turn.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to go here and dodge right now.
Cool. Absolutely. So you can dodge there, and it goes back to the top of the turn order. So, at this point, this thing, let me think. Still has that, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think that makes sense for it. Yeah. Alright, so it's going to teleport itself over to here. And then you would notice both Mace and Leif Echo that a flame seems to birth itself in the space where it once was. And I need all three of you to make a Dex saving throw. So we'll do Leif. Oops, no, wrong one. Leif Echo, then Leif, then so
Yeesh.
Dex save. So Leif Echo saves fine. It would be half damage, so it's still going to disappear. Mace, you will fail, and Leif. That was. Why did I do that at advantage? I don't think I meant to do that at advantage. 3 will also fail for Leif. So let me roll damage. It's this L4, right? Okay, so. Because this. Actually, hold on. So. Oh no, sorry, that's correct. It's that level. Okay, so. It should be. Okay. So this goes to that. This goes to that. And 8d6.
Oh.
35 damage for both Mace and Leif. That will be enough, I believe. Oh, no, never mind. Leif has got more health than I remembered. So Leif takes a lot of damage. He's barely standing, but he is still left standing. Mace, I don't know how much
I'm
you
taking
quite
more
take.
damage.
You take more than the 35?
No, because well, I'm assuming I failed the saving throw.
Yes, you did. So you take the full 35, yes.
Okay,
And then the
perfect.
echo disappears as well. And you would see the jackal over towards the other side of the library, and that is all it can do this turn, although that is quite a lot as is. Kara, it's back to you. Let's just put ourselves back on the other page quick. So, you would come back into
So
Rhoda and
that's when I
Sangrathar.
touched the giant spear, and it turned me into a giant.
Rhoda is laughing at this point, like, only you, Kara, would find yourself blessed by a giant when it was supposed to be a curse.
Oh, it's worked out in the long run so far. But now we're in a city of cursed magical artifacts that turns people into cursed magical creatures. And a god has taken up residence in the top of a tower and hid themselves behind a barrier. And it's just, there's a
The
lot
one that
going
we were,
on.
I mean, you are supposed to kill? Though I was gonna try, but you know how it goes. Win.
Yeah, that's the same one. We
Hmm.
killed her bird, though. You want reaches into the bag of jerky?
Yes. I will partake of the bird jerky. And Sangrathar is in the back just like, I guess
Jerking a
I'm
bird.
good. I'll just heat my ale over the fire, thanks.
Warm
So-
ale.
Kara sipping from the
Mead.
barrel.
I meant to say mead. That's where my brain went, but I said the wrong thing.
Sipping from the barrel. So hopefully my chosen can pull me back before time runs out. But yeah, sip.
Rhoda's just
Listen, I've
nodding,
unraveled
drinking her
many
own.
magical secrets in my lifetime, but
Hey, Mace
pulling
could have
back a
been here.
celestial
You
from
just
her
don't know
realm.
that. But yeah, so anything else, Kara, that you want to particularly be doing with your sisters, or just sharing
Honestly,
the stories?
basically, every time I come back to this, I'm going to be telling a different part of the story, basically.
Sounds good enough to me. Okay,
That's
so
good.
let's
Yeah.
move the rest of the party back over. Deep library, and then yes. So that puts us at Mace. Go ahead, Mace.
So, um, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a gamble anyways, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna move up here,
Mm-hmm.
and with any luck, I'm going to hit him by using the...
Wand of magic missiles.
No, that would be so wasteful.
Not really.
Why? Always hits the target.
If you
but
hit,
this
if you're
guy...
hitting it, you every magic missile hit is a chance to break banishment.
You
And it
know,
regens the next day.
I've not thought about the concentration bit.
Oh,
Either way, I've been wanting to do this, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I am going to use my hammer's ability, and I'm going to throw it at him.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be a disadvantage because it's beyond the 20 feet regular distance.
Yep, that's fine.
And hopefully, if I hit him,
It
he
basically
will.
cast shatter on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go for it, man.
So I guess it's an attack. Okay, go for it.
1818. So that will hit. So it has a saving throw against shatter, DC 17. What is that?
Well, actually, the shatter can happen on a regular attack. It's the alternative that's happening right now.
I don't see an alternative. Hold on. Hammer also has 5 charges. While attuned, you can expend 1 charge to make weapon attack with the hammer and cast second level version of Shatter DC 17. Alternatively, you may throw the hammer, hurling it as if it... Okay, so alternatively is what you're saying. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Normal range 2060. Resonance wave. Target the creature within 30 feet must take DC... So it's still a DC 17 save. Stunned until the end of the next turn. Okay, cool. Stunned until the end of the next turn, plus the hit damage if it fails.
Yeah.
Let us see. DC 17?
Yes.
It will pass. Those are 19
Damn
on
it.
die. Yeah. Good try, though.
Okay.
19 on die is a pretty high roll.
Well, still 13 damage.
Yep, I will take the 13, absolutely. With 13 damage, you still are leaving it quite bloodied. You would leave a hit like that might not kill it, but maybe twice that much would easily. So...
Yeah.
So Chance is currently laying kind of near the creature. If you want, Chance can try and come back to you this turn, but it's going to be his movement speed to get back to you. Which does he have enough?
That would be less than 30, I'm assuming.
Nope, he would be able to just barely reach you.
Cool. Then let's do that.
Okay, so he makes it back to you, no problem. And I assume you grab him up.
Yep.
So if there's anything else you wish to do, you can. I think you can only do that once a turn. If not, I'm going to put a limit on it once per turn, because Kara's abilities are very similar, and she can only do it once per turn.
Yeah, we can do that. In that case,
but you can throw him again and try and use a spell slot if you want, or something. A cantrip, something like that.
do I get to do an attack and a spell?
You have 2 attacks per action, so... Oh,
Yeah,
actually, that's fair. A cantrip might not work, but you could throw the hammer again, yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay, go for it. So disadvantage throw. 21 will hit this time. 16 bludgeoning as you strike him with the hammer. Chance is out of movement this turn, so he will...
That's fine. He'll just
kind
land
of
next to
be
him.
landing. Yeah, exactly. So we'll just spike on the back. That's kind of a shitty hammer, but it's still Chance.
That's cool. It's fine.
And 16. Damn, good damage, man. Very good damage. Looks like it's on its last legs.
Also,
the
what about the
penguin-
whole banishment concentration thing?
Good call. So that was 16 it has to roll against with concentration?
13 and then 16.
Yes. The 13 I
So-
roll against, the 16 I
Yeah.
need to do still.
10.
So... Yes, it passes.
Okay.
So it's still holding that for now. And it's the penguin's turn. The penguin is going to do 5, 10, 15, 20 to you, Claw, and it's going to try and peck the fuck out of you.
Gotcha.
A 17 will not be able to overcome your armor, so you just kind of let the armor absorb the blow, and then it's Leif's turn. Leif is here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And we'll summon an echo. 15, and we'll run over to here and start attacking. Normal. 2 attacks from Leif. Crit will certainly hit. 13 and 10. 26. Okay. And then the other one. 11 more. Okay. Ooh, damn. Okay. So, this thing is quite bloodied. And it is your turn, Pleuzac.
My turn.
Mm.
Awesome. Gonna go here,
Yep, go for it.
and it's 45 feet. So we will do this. Oh my god.
Oof. Not quite Pleuzac. So it will...
That's Pleuzac.
Top of the turn order. And... Okay, so... It's going to disappear and reappear over here.
It will. I will use my
Go
reaction.
for it. Absolutely, go for it.
Uh,
Con save?
what is it now? Yes, con save.
Is it
DC
higher than a
17.
14? 17? Roll that damage, buddy.
It's 2d6.
It's 2d6?
No, it's
It's
1d6.
2d6?
1d6. 1d6.
Oh, okay, okay.
3.
Well, that is absolutely enough. As it teleports into
No.
here, it starts hacking and coughing and keels over dead in your spores. So
I'm gonna say I
Pleuzac kills
did it.
this fucking thing.
Yes. 3 damage. I did it.
You did it.
You
You
did it.
absolutely did it.
No. Killing
So
someone with
at
a
this
fart.
point, Kara, you would suddenly pop back into existence in this realm. Anything you want to say to your sisters before you leave?
Before as still has the drink before she's like, "Oh, you guys don't happen to know how to reverse a spell plague, would you?" Pop.
You get no answer as you are suddenly sent to here. But let me see. To back. And the penguin would be forced kind of out of the way over here, and Mace is out of the way over there, and Leif is out of the way over there. That's good enough for me. Yes, congratulations. You guys have killed the Arkenloth. And
Kara
the penguin is
looks
still
around.
living.
Being here and just Mead.
Leif
Um.
immediately is thumbs up. Not even a word. He like the word hasn't left your lips, and the dude has a thumbs up already.
I need something to pour it into, Leif.
He has a cup. You don't
Yeah,
even know where he
she'll-
got it from. You know he has mugs on him, but you
I
don't know
don't
where this came
question
from.
where he got it from, but I do pour some into his cup.
He thanks you gratefully, and I will tell you all that you gain this from Leif, apparently.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, no, I meant to. And I will tell you that is probably where we are going to call it for tonight. If you guys want to search this room, look for anything here, do any of that goodness, let me know. If you want to take a rest, between this session and next session, let me know. But otherwise, this is the last thing we are going to be doing tonight.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I hope so. Did it feel fitting for the area? Because that was all me. I tried to design it to at
fine.
least be something level of what you guys have been dealing with. Yes, that is absolutely life with the mead.
Kara didn't spill that.
No. She poured it on him. That was on purpose. That's what he asked for. This is life we're talking about.
Yeah, but that would mean she's wasting some with the drink. She poured
No.
enough into his...
You don't understand. He absorbs it through his skin.
Okay, that's what we're going with.
He's going to ask you for the mug later to bathe in it.
Oh god.
And he could probably fit in the barrel.
Yeah. All right. So does anyone want to do any rolls now for searching for anything, or are you guys kind of good to leave it there?
I want to search. I'm not the best at it, but I will search anyways.
Sure, go for it,
Is
man.
it investigation or perception?
Investigation. I think it makes most sense.
While that's happening, I would ask Kingsport what books, tomes, and or scrolls that the Arcanoloth had taken.
Yeah, so Kingsport basically just turns the cart towards you. Mace, you start looking at the shelves, thinking that there's going to be something there, but while Kara searches through the cart, she realizes that Kingsport has kind of already searched everything here. Or not Kingsport, I'm sorry.
No, that was his name, Kingsport.
No, but it wasn't him who was searching.
Scrivenscry.
Scrivenscry. Yeah, Scrivenscry has kind of already searched through all the shelves here. Anything of value is probably already taken by him. I assume you're going to grab Chance on the way, so I'll just
Yes, yeah.
on the map.
I will also make it a point to unhook the poor
cart?
penguin from the
Yeah,
cart.
it seems to shake off after you unhook it, and is relieved of the weight. Kara, as you are close to the cart, I'm going to say you probably do a good job searching it, or at least notice that there's stuff in it. I will tell you what's there. Give me 1 second. You would find 3 spell scrolls, one of which for Leomin's Tiny Hut, one for Plane Shift, and one for Wall of Ice. So let me just do this. You can do...
Well, you get to with your sisters now.
Copy and paste. So here's the scrolls you find. You can add them... I gotta fucking switch off life. You can add them to your inventory as spell scrolls however you wish, but those are what you find there, or if you want to deal them out, you feel free. But that's all that's in the cart. Oh, actually, sorry, that's not true. And then also in the cart, you would find a couple of treatises, 6 texts that talk to the outer planes, and you would believe that collectors are likely to spend a pretty penny for them.
Books on outer planes worth some gold.
Yeah, here, I'm
We
just going
don't
to
have
tell you,
the value yet,
250
so-
gold each, just so that you have it written down. You'd have to sell it, of course, but 250 gold each.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
hold on.
gonna...
Hold on. Each one, 250, yeah.
Okay. Do you happen to have a spell level for each of those scrolls? Because I don't think...
It is a 3rd level for the first Leomins. It is a 7th level for Plane Shift. It is a 6th level for Wall of Ice.
Okay, so... Leomids...
Yeah, by the way, Claw, if you had
level.
failed that save because you are a member of Kara's order now, you would have gone with her to the cabin. That was the goal.
That's quite interesting.
That was the goal, yeah. Mace doesn't know that, but you as a player get to.
Oh, cool.
Alright, so the plane shift was 7th and the wall of ice was 6th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just...
Correct.
Apparently spell scrolls now as an inventory item, they don't give you the name
Also,
of the spell.
just so
they
you
just
are
give the
aware,
scroll
to
level.
connect some dots for you guys, the mummy told you one of the things that the penguin had in its cart would have helped you with the rainbow barrier. It would not have, but it was supposed to have with the firewall.
Right.
The wall of ice, yeah. It didn't know any better.
Okay, so scrolls collected, penguin is freed, to which Kara's just gonna be like, "So you're free. You can escape as you will. We're going into a bigger fight, so traveling with us is probably not the safest thing in the world."
Are you speaking in its language or common?
My spell hasn't ended yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm
so,
clarifying.
I guess common, just because.
You can still understand.
So then the rest of the
anyways.
party would be able to understand. It'll
Yeah.
speak back in common. It'll be like,
Thank you all! I never thought I'd be free of that asshole!
Yeah, he was kind of a dick.
Dude, you don't even fucking know. Half of the time, he'd be like, pull the cart faster, or like, hold all these things. I don't have hands. What the fuck do you want from me? I can't even see. I can't even read.
I feel that. Kara will look around for something to pour a shot into for the penguin. Do you drink alcohol?
Question. So, I also can't see and can't read. Can I stick with you guys so I live?
I did just say we were gonna go into a greater fight.
Yeah, also, I know for a fact from what he told me that most of this world is gonna eat my fucking mouth. I don't know why specifically he said mouth. I think he was obsessed with my beak. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm gonna fucking die.
I mean, if it's death
Yeah,
either
no,
way,
I
then yeah, sure,
recall-
you're welcome to come with us.
Kingsport is blind, right?
Yes, Kingsport is blind.
Yeah, it's gonna get predated so quickly.
Is that mace or claw?
Yes.
Honestly, both.
The echo's gonna dissipate at this point, by the way, just
Yeah.
so that's done. Oh god. So I guess the question to ask before next session is: Scrivenscry a member of the party now? Oh no, sorry.
Honestly-
Kingsport is Kingsport a member of the party now?
I don't see why not. Also, Pleuzac is probably going to convince him to sell him his soul anyway, so...
Speaking of selling souls, Pleuzac, did you raise the corpse to use it in your army yet?
Yeah, you're within 10 feet and it's size medium. Is it revived?
I guess. I mean, I haven't even been playing with my other zombies. I guess, but I think it only lasts an hour if I do it this way.
Oh, okay. Either way,
Your
just making
call,
sure you
either way.
got your fodder.
Oh no, I can't. Because I used my reaction to do spores,
Which you
and
killed
this-
it with.
which I killed it with, and this takes a reaction to do.
Oh well. You know what? Worth it. You still killed it with your spores. That happens so
Yeah.
rarely, I feel like.
Honestly,
Oh man. And by the way, the reason I was like 2d6, 2d8, is because it had 2 HP. Fucker was just on the
Oh.
edge.
Nice.
Yeah.
you just crop dusted him as he passed by.
That is
I did. It
absolutely
just
correct.
appears, and it's just like.
He warped in and smelled this shit on Pleuzac's back and was just like,
And he died. No, I'm not gonna lie. There was a small part of me was like, they'll probably take care of it beforehand. But if for some reason I'm here for 10 turns,
yeah, you were stuck.
yeah,
Yeah, that was definitely a risk. I figured they had the same thing. I was thinking it was probably going to die within the 10 turns. That would have been kind of nuts if it survived. But yeah, you never know. That was a
if it
risk.
didn't. It would have been like one of those things where like, so I'm back in Valhalla. I
the
guess I
good
gotta
news
take a
is
leap off the
Mace
world
at
tree
least
again.
has some level of connection to you, so they could have tried to figure something out. But yeah, it would have been a new problem for sure. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That was on my radar of what could have happened. It was a possibility.
It would have been funny because I could just see myself going like, all right, well, I gotta do what I did the first time: walk to the edge of the world and jump off.
Yeah. Oh
You just,
lord.
you're fighting the boss. All of a sudden, there's just a flaming mass that
another
was
pop,
Kara.
yeah. Another pop as a meteor hits. God. All right. But yeah.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
But
Anyway,
I'm sitting here
let me
laughing
ask-
internally.
Let me ask before we quote unquote end. Do you guys think that you will want to take any sort of rest in the library here?
At least a short rest, I think, because we're hit point wise,
Okay.
we're not ready to
We're
get
still
over.
going to do that next session. I just wanted to kind of, start planning out because I have, random encounters and things to roll if time
I
passes.
guess
Yeah.
the question for me is: are we deep enough out of the norm of the
You would,
city that
by nature of how deep in this library you are, you would believe if anything truly comes this far in, you would at least hear it coming. Like, you think it's pretty safe for the most part.
I meant are we added the spell plague effect? If we rested here, would it? let
That
us
is a question
recover
I will
from it?
not answer.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Um,
I would like to do
I also
something.
fucked up all night. Sorry.
What's up?
I didn't do my thing I was supposed to be doing.
You
Didn't
did
think of
fine.
it till just now.
Nah, you did fine. You were keeping away from people. You weren't doing anything inherently to help. I think you're okay. Awakening Leif is self-preservation. He's helpful at least. If there was an issue, I would have told you. You're doing fine.
All right.
the party is aware of it at this point, so what they want to do with it is their
Yeah.
choice. Anything else? You said something, Claw?
Yes, I do still have uh some, well, I think I have two,
Also,
but
you have a
at
kid
least
now,
I have
Fred.
one. I
Same
have
kid.
pairs from the Dryad.
Hmm. Have you used your first
Uh,
spell?
I used the first spell, which was the Cure Wounds.
Ah,
That
okay.
was way back when.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to eat another
So
one,
I'll
you
just,
absolutely be able to.
yeah, eat another one.
Let's do this. Make a note for yourself. I'll make a note for myself as well. Mace wants to eat a pear, but we're going to do it on the short rest if that's what the party's going to do next time.
That's fine.
I'm
I'll
gonna
just write
give
it
you
in
guys
chat
the-
that way it doesn't
Yeah,
go away.
I'm going to give you guys the time at the top of next session just so that if Leif is here, he has a chance to do some stuff if he wants, give him some option.
I guess if we're gonna
but-
do a short rest, I'll note down in my notes, but gonna find a way to turn that card into a backpack to let the penguin ride in it.
That's cute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I think that's fine. We can do a roll for that. Mace can smith. You can craft. I think it'll be fine between the two of you, but we'll give it a shot. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that was very interesting. That was fun. I like the whole prison situation.
Yeah, I'm glad. And honestly, it was one of those things. Like I said, it was, the library basically was supposed to end after that first room. If he warped away, he was supposed to just warp away, and you guys weren't supposed to be able to find him. But I'm like, it makes no sense for that. He's here with a purpose. You know what that is. So I designed this whole kind of adventure.
Yeah, no, that's fun.
Everything
It worked.
tonight was 100% me made. So even the 9th level spell that you guys had to deal with, I was like, how do I make it feel like a magic spell that was placed here by the fucking people that keep hitting them with magic shit?
Right.
So,
I'm glad my paranoia for the fox paid off. 'cause,
dude, the
like,
fox became a tool for the first time, was beautiful, and honestly, even just how you guys dealt with the rainbow shield was wonderful. And Pleuzac has the book if he wants to try and turn it into some sort of array later. That's definitely a possibility. So there was a lot
Like when-
that became accessible because of what your choices
when
were.
you
So
when you said like it didn't feel like it was going anywhere but closer, I'm just like, yeah, no, time to bail out the side and down the back.
yeah, absolutely, and it rolled a 21 by the way, so you had just barely hidden from it with a 22 or whatever. Or sorry, it was a 20 versus your 21, whatever it was. I remember saying to myself, it's one under what the DC was. So
Yeah,
you
it
just
knew
barely
something
hid.
was there. It just didn't know what or
Yep,
where.
It had an instinct something was wrong, but didn't know what, so it just continued to do what it was going to do. But yeah, I'm glad that was a really fun session. I really enjoyed watching you guys figure out shit and choose what to do. So I'm glad that you killed the Arcanoloth, and we'll see how things continue next time. Hopefully with Leif.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Oh, he would have had fun with this one.
That's the thing, is I always feel like he as much as Blake doesn't realize it, he always makes choices that are so fucking out of left field that it's like,
That's the thing.
Yes.
I think every group needs that character,
absolutely.
Because
Dude,
us as experienced
Oh.
players, we kind of unconsciously avoid certain things.
we fall into ruts. Yeah, absolutely. We know how the game works enough. Like last session when he basically said, "Hey, can I jump a fucking echo into this pit?" And it was like, I mean, technically, yeah, shit like that. It's not something that players necessarily always think of, and I love having it. So hopefully next
Yeah.
session we have him back. But regardless, I think you guys did phenomenal with what I put in your way, and hopefully you've enjoyed the night.
Indeed.
It was awesome.
Awesome.
There's an ethereal scream from the heavens because Ear didn't get to say hi in time.
You fucking
Oh, yeah.
know it. There was a reason I didn't put her in the house.
Yep.
Would have warped back to Kara on the second one with Ear just face deep in her breasts. I can bury myself in them now!
Achieved everything I've ever thought possible.
Oh, wonderful.
This is peak female performance.
Great night, by the way, guys. I really enjoyed tonight. I'm glad that we're back in D&D.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, we'll see what happens next time.